I'm the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card.
And I'm the new Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard.
With me, you save 10 cents per gallon up. Hello?
Hello.
Level check, please.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shawnee Mac, are you there?
Hey, Tim, what's up, buddy?
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Checking 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything working okay? All right.
We sound better?
What's that?
Did you turn your level down?
Yes.
That helped immensely. So, alright, okay, so we're basically, we're airing PSAs. Do you want to go earlier, or do you want to wait till the bottom of the hour?
Let's go. Why not?
Okay, then 40 seconds to the open.
And the more you know as a parent, the better off your child will be. If you act now and get the proper help, your child can do well. 1-888-478-MIND. Do it for your child. Do it for yourself. But do it now. A message from the Advertising Council and the Coordinated Campaign for Learning Disabilities.
It's time for University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point men's hockey on Sportsfan 100.5, Sportsfan1005.com, and the TuneIn radio app by searching WDTX. Pointer Hockey this season is brought to you by Auto Select, Cellcom, Miller Lite, Goose on Main, Mark Toyota, The Point After Pub, The Rock and Roll Cafe, and Steve-O's. It's time now for University of Wisconsin.
And good evening from KB Wood Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on Sportsfan 100.5. Back home tonight. Second to last home game of the regular season, Sean McMahon. And things flying by here, but good to be home last night after finding a way to get an important win last night on the road. Got win number 20. 20-0-2 on the season. Kept the train rolling, as you'll hear. And we talked with Coach Krieger in our postgame and in our pregame interview coming up. Pointers last night looked like a team that had a week off. We'll be looking to sharpen things up a bit here as you begin the final 3 games of the regular season.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. A team, especially in the first period, that struggled to break the puck out, struggled against the pressure of UW Stout. But as the game went on, it took control. And the depth of this hockey team, the veteran nature of this hockey team really kind of won in the end with a timely goal by B.J. Duffin and Ryan Bittner in the second period, and then Tanner Carty in the third.
Yeah, and actually, there's new developments on that after the video review.
Okay,
that
perfect.
Second goal, Tanner Carty. So Carty with 2 goals.
2 goals then.
On what they are saying is now a double deflection from Ryan Bittner. Kelly O'Brien got a piece of it, but Carty, before it went in the net, a guy like that getting him going here, doesn't certainly hurt. But I thought the thing, we had talked about this a couple of times on the air last night of some major gaffes in the defensive zone, but guys bailing each other out. One guy would turn the puck over and their defensive pair would come over, a forward, same thing, of keeping the eye on the prize.
No, absolutely, and it's steady as she goes, Tommy. Even as goofy as that first period was last night, you could sense on the bench, we were right next to him where we were located doing the broadcast. There was really no ever urgency or never any worriness. It's just this team continues to be very businesslike and keep calm, and keeping things in perspective for the most part has been one of their bigger advantages. They don't get up too high, they don't get up too low. Like we've talked about a couple times, you could never tell me in a million years that this team hasn't lost a game yet, because this team just stays the same all the time.
The other big story last night, of course, Eli Billing got the win, and I tell you what, you want to talk about one of the keys to a 20-0-2 start has been fantastic goaltending. You come out in a game like that last night where very flat, not much going on, and your goaltender gives up a couple of bad goals, and now you're talking about being down 2-0 and coming from behind. So, Sean, I did some of the numbers here today.
Okay.
Pointers have scored first in 19 of the 22 games.
Okay.
They have trailed for a mere 34 minutes and 17 seconds.
All season.
All season long
Oh,
out of
goodness.
1,330 minutes. They have trailed a little under 35
That's
minutes.
amazing. That's
so,
amazing.
this team, and that has been so much different than the past because, you see, give up a couple of bad goals here and there and find yourself fighting to get it from behind. That playing with the lead, you can't underestimate how well that does for you.
Oh yeah, and you put that as good goaltending. Then the veteran group of defensemen that are playing in front of the two goaltenders, man, it's a hard system to beat right now.
Yep, absolutely, very good defensively. Let's shift our focus here to the Yellowjackets of UW Superior, a team at 7-12-3. They're 1-2-2 in the WIAC. I think they're still trying to figure themselves out. We saw them back in December, and they've been jockeying with systems and lines and goaltenders, and it looks like Oscar Svensson, who made 33 saves last night in a 1-1 tie with River Falls, and kind of stabilized things there as a game that's each team score a goal in the third period. River Falls on the power play. They skate to a 1-1 tie. Superior finds himself in third place here. They will go with A.J. Smith in goal tonight.
Just when you guys kind of start figuring out the Yellowjackets, then they switch things up. A.J. Smith, the senior goaltender, transfer from Northland. We saw that him in December gave up 4 goals against the Pointers in a 4-0 shutout victory up at Westman Arena. If you're watching the video stream and watching their system tonight, Tommy, it's very interesting. Rich McKenna has decided to put his team basically in 4 units. Each group has 4 forwards and 1 D, and it'll be very interesting to see how the Pointers play. When we talked about it last night, I think the same script goes to tonight. When you're playing a quirky team like this, playing your system and being stuck to the system and playing for 60 minutes will pay dividends because you can break those little quirkiness about your opponent.
Structurally sound will win the game here tonight. Connor Reichman will go back in net here tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes out here tonight. Sean, I think Coach Krieger shot across the bow to the whole team here last night, that it doesn't matter if you're a forward, defenseman, or goaltender. If you're not getting the job done during the week, you're not going to be in the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked a lot about how Coach Krieger, since he's been a coach, holds everybody on this team accountable. I applaud him for what he did last night with starting the freshman. If Connor had a bad couple weeks, he's back in the lineup tonight, Tommy. I expect him to be lights out. And really, he knows where Eli's at. He sees him Monday through Thursday. He'll be ready to go tonight and be dynamite.
Maybe fair to say he's had the job by the throat with one hand, and look for him to put 2 hands
on it. Exactly.
Here to go. All right, other games from last night in the MIAC. After a 2-2 tie on Thursday night, Augsburg flexed its muscle with 5 different goal scorers. The 5th-ranked Augies beat St. John's 5-1. St. Mary's keeps trudging on up the MIAC playoff standings. They scored 2 in the third to beat Bethel 4-1. And Sean, watch out for St. Thomas. Cullen Willocks, Luke Radich, 2 goals each. Cam Bugrabi, their goaltender, is now 9-0-3.
Wow.
They are riding a 11-game unbeaten streak and now find themselves in 3rd place in the MIAC. In the NCHA, Lake Forest, big game at 10th-ranked Adrian. Adrian got 2 goals from Braden Hellums. Kevin Entma back in net, made 17 saves. Aaron O'Neill a hat trick for the Foresters, but the Bulldogs too much in the third period. A 6-3 win for Adrian. They turn around this afternoon and beat Aurora 3-1, so they solidify their grip on the South Region standings in the NCHA. Aurora got 4 goals from Sean O'Malley. They roll on 7-1 over Trine. Josh Keplinger, a late goal at 19:46 of the third period to force a 3-all tie with Marion. Sean Marion last night 1 for 10 on the power play.
Yikes.
And it was Northland setting their sights on home ice in the playoffs as the Lumberjacks a 6-1 win over Finlandia. A wild affair. Brad Pung with 2 goals in the third period for St. Norbert as they beat St. Scholastica 6-5, and Nick Redmond a late power play goal for MSOE at 17:48 of the third period, the game winner for the Sabres as they beat for the Raiders as they beat Concordia, Wisconsin 4-3. So that means St. Norbert, Marion, and Northland have all clinched playoff berths in the NCHA North. Adrian and Lake Forest are in so far. Other things to be decided. You could get some out. You've got teams that pretty much control their own destiny, things like that, pending on other outcomes there. But here, Stevens Point and Superior, I guess, Sean, look for, I joke with you, first 5 minutes you'll know.
Yeah, we always talk about that. Yeah.
I think, it'll be interesting to see coming out here because, I think getting things dialed in here over the last 3 games, you're unbeaten. You've been fantastic so far, but the last thing you want to do is give all that away by stumbling down the stretch here because I've come to one to take nothing for granted here with anything.
No, not in this league, Tommy.
Yep.
The Yellowjackets is dismal offensively. They could come out and score 5 goals like nothing. So you absolutely have to keep the pedal down. Geneseo, the world. I mean, there's bigger fish to fry down the road here for the Pointers, and they know it. I would expect them to come out real tough, especially in it looks like it's going to be a big crowd tonight.
Students back in, and we'll get it packed in. All right, we're going to grab a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stevens Point at Superior. WIAC action. More of our Pointer pregame show coming up on Sportsfan 100.5.
That's our last home game.
There we go. All right. Coach Kriegs in 3, 2, 1.
I thought that was the women's score.
Yeah.
I have heard word from the West Coast that you owe me 25.
Continue with our Pointer pregame show on Sportsfan 100.5. Tonight the Pointers back home at KB World Arena to host UW Superior. 3-1 win in Menominee last night against UW Stout. We talk now with Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. And Coach, your team at times last night kind of looked like a team that had a week off, but banged through some rust and kept things going. Just finding a way to win games like that when maybe your execution isn't 100% and you got to wade through some mistakes and things like that. Just getting a win is what it's about, right?
Yeah, it's what separates great teams from average teams. Quite a bit in our season, in the college season, but necessarily look in the NHL. Look at the teams that over that course of 82 games. There's a lot of teams that you're never going to have your best game for 82 teams. Even us, we're not going to play our best every single game for 25 games. There's going to be games where you're off a little bit here or there for various reasons, and the good teams find a way to score the timely goals and make the big plays and put a point in the win column versus the loss column, and that's ultimately what separates teams in the end. And our guys did a good job of that. I mean, obviously not too pleased about how things went, but it's a new day. We got to move on and take the next step.
Yeah, and leave it to I thought really once Duff scored that first goal, just getting his nose dirty like he does, getting to the net. Steven, who's been really coming on for you, playing well, made a great hustle play to do that, to just kind of get dirty and get one to get you going. That really kind of lit the match for you.
Yeah, and never felt out of control in the whole game, even as sloppy as it was. But once we get the first goal, we always feel a bit freer and calmer, and just allowed us to go out there and play a little bit more free.
How much from the mental standpoint, just being able to stay sharp and execute and having things together here, that I don't think a lot of people talk about that. It's not stuff you work on, but, just that confidence and execution, most of it mentally here is a big task for these fellas to keep things dialed in.
Yeah, we were rolling through we played a lot of hockey before the first half, and then came back and played 3 weekends in a row, and we've played a lot of hockey back to back, and so we've been in that mode of that grind mode and that kind of that fight mode where we've been high focus mentally more than anything. And that's where I said it was a good time for us to take a break. We weren't physically exhausted or tired or injured, but mentally I think we were a little bit just burnt out a little bit. So we took a week off, and I expected some of this coming back. Probably not as much as it was, but like I said, I think this is a veteran enough team to sustain that. I think we needed that break mentally to set us up and refresh a little bit for the stretch run. I knew that even though we probably weren't going to have our best last night, that it would be enough to get us through with what we had in the veteran group that we had. Now moving forward, we're going to take some steps to build over these last 3 games, and then the next off week we have, we're going to grind and we're going to push and make our final playoff push.
I think really too, it's been a testament to your goaltending here. Eli last night, Connor throughout there. You're not letting up a bad goal here or something to all of a sudden not be playing well and be down 1, 2, 3 nothing here and having to come back from that. Though those fellas have been dialed in, and that certainly makes a big difference.
Yeah, no, Eli earned that start last night, and he played like it. And kudos to him. I want him to keep working hard and pushing each other between him and Connor. Connor. I expect him to come out and with some fire tonight and play his best game of the year. Because if he doesn't, Eli's right on his heels and he's going to take that spot right back. So it's a good, healthy competition for those two, and they've been on rocks all year long.
Superior comes in here tonight. This is a team that's kind of struggling to find itself here throughout the year. You watched them on video. They're trying some different things to just try and find something. Does that mean your key really tonight is it's your system, put it out there and execute that, and that's the real focus of keeping things under your control, right?
Yeah, they're trying to run 4 forwards and 1D in some units and play a different style of play, which you can get yourself worked up in a tizzy and trying to pre-scout it and think of what you're going to do differently, this and that, but at the end of the day, if they don't have the puck, it's kind of hard for them to run their system that way. So, we're going to try to stuff our type of game right down their throat and then let them figure out how to deal with it.
Means you got to go to every corner, every wall, and just win, whatever it takes to get that possession. If you add 2 of those 3 in a row, that's where it goes.
Yeah, last night we were just slow mentally. We were too stagnant at times, standing on our heels as the second and third guy watching instead of going to support the puck or expecting the puck battle to be lost. When we're at our best, we're buzzing. We play in the offensive zone like a 6 on 5 mentality. Like we have the goalie pulled with that desperation, buzzing, moving on our toes a little bit, supporting pucks, and that was the mentally part that we were a little bit off last night. So we need to take a step in that department tonight.
Obviously back home here tonight, and then home next Friday as well. Excited to be back in the barn here. Students are back in here. You've had great crowds here, but the way the schedule's gone, it seems like a full student house, and really priming the pump here to have that really be your advantage here down the next couple of weeks here. Should make for some fun times.
Yeah, we love playing at home. The guys love the atmosphere. They love playing in front of it. They embrace it. They like getting the crowd into it, and we feel comfortable playing here, and we want to play here down the stretch as much as we can, so the many more games that we can win, the longer we can play at home, not have to go anywhere.
All right, Coach, good luck here tonight.
Thanks.
Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stay tuned. More coming up on a Pointer pregame show on Sportsfan 100.5.
All right, back here at Wood Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, our pregame show. Hitting the final stretch here as we get set for the Pointers and the Yellowjackets of UW Superior. WICX, and Sean, great crowd here already.
Awesome crowd.
And we haven't even hit the anthem yet, so would encourage. Also hearing a lot of promotion type events going on next Friday. It'll be senior night, so next
early.
Friday here we'll get
come
you
early.
Pointers host Stout. Of course, 6 seniors on the Pointers here. We'll pay tribute to them in the last regular season game, and then we'll close out with a barn burner at Eau Claire, which should be for all the marbles. But if you get a win here tonight, Sean, you'd set yourself up heading into the final weekend with a 3-point lead. Basically, you'd need a point against Stout on Friday night to clinch
the WIC.
You know, the Pointers have already running the math here with the way the standings go. You're already guaranteed to be out of the first weekend. So that much you have. If you get a win here tonight, you'd be guaranteed home ice and put yourself within full control of the number 1 seed and make the road to whatever go through here. Could be the WIC if you get in the NCAA tournament. Could be here. Could be, there's a lot more at stake here than there has been in the past, with the fact that the Final Four will go to one of the Final Four participants as a host. It could be right here at Willett Arena.
It could be. And I mean, that's been kind of the buzz that's starting to percolate up around the community and around town, that, it's great to host the WIC playoffs, Tommy. And it's great to host a quarterfinal game. We've seen great crowds in both of those events in the last 6 or 7 years. But man, we go back to
I'm trying to think here. It would be the 1989-1990 year that the Pointers hosted Plattsburgh State here and won their second of 3 in a row, and 3 out of 4 seasons, or 3 and 4 seasons. I should say 3 and 5 seasons. Right. In a mini game here, and boy, it'd be great to this. Wherever it's going to be that on-campus atmosphere. That I guess that's the one thing too here when you look at, especially where we've traveled and traversed here over the last couple of years. Lewiston, Maine, Lake Placid, a couple of times. Not easy places to get to, and on short notice. If you have that chance to have that be on your home ice here, that's a significantly larger carrot than's been out there in the past.
Absolutely.
That it is. All right, a couple of other scores to update you on. We do have one final in from this afternoon. Adrian beat Aurora 3-1. So Aurora, Sean, could have clinched a playoff berth with a win and MSOE Concordia, Wisconsin tie. So they'll have to go to the final weekend next weekend to try to still do some work there. Trine needs a win to stay alive, and they are leading Lake Forest 1-0. And the Foresters, be interesting to see how they rebound after their big showdown.
It's a big game for them.
Big game for them to try to keep going and get pace there. And the other big series is Concordia and MSOE. MSOE got the win last night. They control the number 4 seed. If they keep getting some points here, they can get in. Concordia, Wisconsin controls their playoff fate, because if they keep winning, they can keep going. They haven't been eliminated yet there. Northland zeroing in on home ice. They host St. Norbert. That could be an interesting matchup as well. And Lawrence needs a win to stay alive as they take on Marion. A couple of interesting scores from out east, Sean. Wesleyan, the 14th ranked team in the country, they just keep marching along here. They beat 7th-ranked Williams this afternoon by a score of 2-1. And 15th-ranked, the University of New England hammers 11th-ranked Endicott 7-0. I'll tell you what, there's a couple of those teams I just can't figure out. They are up and down and all over the place. So, it goes to say how spoiled we are, because this has been such an even keel throughout this whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. There really hasn't been. I mean, there's been times where these teams have, they've felt each other out for like the first October, early November. But I mean, ever since that Marion St. Norbert weekend on the road, it's been as steady as she goes.
I see a lot of people that I know that don't necessarily follow play. How the Pointers doing? Well, the unbeaten number 1 in the country. They're
it's just
doing okay, I guess.
Really ho hum.
Yeah, and boy, what a pity that is for everybody. But like we said, you don't want the train to come off the tracks here around the final corner here. And we'll have. All right, boy, this place is really firing up here as the Pointers get set to come out here. And again, I'm trying to think. This is basically the first game with classes back in session.
With 2019,
here, right?
yep, absolutely, after Christmas break.
And I tell you, the games we had over break, good crowds from the community, and those were around as well. So I would have to think averaging somewhere north of 1,000 a game here, or whatever. And that is the monumental difference of coming here. When every place we've been at the road, we were talking about this on the way home last night. I actually thought Stout had a pretty good turnout there last night.
It was a quiet building,
very quiet, and road opposition has not been that difficult so far, right?
Oh no, not. I mean, we talked about it. I think the loudest crowd we had was the St. Olaf game, and for us to say that, St. Olaf, they drew really well because of their new rink, but that was the most raucous crowd we've been on the road.
All right, Connor Reichman will lead the Pointers back out on the ice here as he will get the start here in net. As the Yellowjackets come out, you've been surprised Rich McKenna's going with A.J. Smith here tonight?
I'm absolutely shocked. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised, but I'm shocked all at the same time. As A.J. played against the Pointers in December, and it looked like he was going to be the guy to really stabilize things coming into starting the year, but then Oscar Svensson's really gotten things going in the second half, and he rolls the dice again.
Unless something happened last night that we don't know about.
Right.
But I'm trying to think how long ago it was when A.J. Smith came here for Northland and got a tie. That was the 2016 season, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Almost knocked the Pointers out of the NCAA tournament. All right, let's get to the starting lineups. First of all, the goaltender for the UW Superior Yellowjackets, A.J. Smith, 5'10", and a senior transfer out of Northland College. He is out of Keller, Texas. It is game number 14 of the year, 3.14 goals against average. 3-7-2 is his record, 89.7 on the save percentage for A.J. Smith. The defenseman, Connor Hamannik, 6'1", and a sophomore out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And the rest of the starters, Troy York, 5'10", and a sophomore out of Plano, Texas. Daniel Lichke, 5'8", and a senior out of Superior. Bruno Brazaitis, 6 feet and a junior out of Riga, Latvia. And Martin Yell, 6 feet and a freshman out of Geneva, Illinois. Head coach for the Yellowjackets is Rich McKenna in his third season, 24-46-8. He played his Division III hockey at Castleton State, was an assistant at Castleton, at Wesleyan, at UConn, also at Muskegon in the United States Hockey League, was the head coach of the New Jersey Titans in the North American Hockey League in his third season with the Yellowjackets. 7-12-3 overall, 1-2-2 in the WIAC. They are 4-5-3 at Westman Arena at home, 3-7 away on the season. For the Pointers of UW Stevens Point, it is Connor Reichman. He will play in game number 20 tonight, 19-0-1, a 1.41 goals against average. That remains, let's see here, third in the country, 92.9 on the save percentage. That's 21st in the country. Defenseman Stephen Beauvais, 5'10", 170, and a senior out of Shelby Township, Michigan. Ryan Bittner, 6'3", 190, and a senior out of Crookston, Minnesota. Up front, Zach will get the start tonight at center, 5'10", 175, and a sophomore out of South Lyon, Michigan. Tanner Carty, a couple of goals last night, 5'9", 185, and a senior out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The left wing, Kelly O'Brien, 6'3", 200, and a junior out of Detroit, Michigan. Head coach Tyler Krieger, now 41-6-5, assisted by Evan Dixon and Zach Badalamenti. All-time series between these two. Stevens Point now 64-63-11. The Pointers are unbeaten in their last 20 games against the Yellowjackets, going 15-0-5. The last Superior win, November of 2012 in Superior. We'll take a break, come back with the opening face-off. It is the Pointers and Yellowjackets in WIAC action from Willett Arena. Our face-off is coming up next on Sportsfan 100.5. All right, ready to go at a jam-packed KB Willett Arena. Top-ranked team in the country, 20-0-2 overall, 5-0 in the WIAC. Superior 7-12-3, 1-2-2 in the WIAC. Ryan and Brandon Schrader will be the referees here tonight. Jason Peters, Tyler Gregory will work the lines. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon from our Mark Toyota broadcast booth. Put your mark on the road at Mark Toyota, I-39 and Connie B in the Village Park of Clover. A much better climate than last night.
Yes. Yes.
Love our friends at Stout, but yeah, some heat in the center ice spot. You can't beat that. All right, we are ready to go. Our opening face-off is brought to you by Miller Lite. Zach steps to center ice with Troy York. York, their leading scorer, got off to a hot start early in the year. And it is Zach out there with Kelly O'Brien, and Stephen Beauvais quickly will chip it right in. Far corner it goes. Carty waits for it. Carty, a pair of goals last night, looks to send it deep. Up on the wall on the far side, they'll fly it out there. It is Troy York with it on the far side, tries to send it up again. Here's Kelly O'Brien with it. Far side through the legs of Tanner Carty. York will get it. Boy, they had a lead pass back the other way, trying to hit Martin Yell, but Kelly O'Brien back to get it. O'Brien's second game here up on that top line with Zach and Tanner Carty. Beauvais will throw it back behind the net. Boy, how good has he been in the new year? Yes, now far side it goes. Ryan Bittner chips it ahead. O'Brien will send it deep. A.J. Smith with the paddle. Zach wins a foot race to get to it at the end board. Goes behind the net for Carty into the near corner. And loose in the near corner. Now it comes. Colin Raver works it free. Raver with it. Far side. He'll send it deep again. Zach rides off a check. Chips it to Carty. Back to Zach's side of the net. He's hammered there by Connor Hamonic. And tried to bring it out in front of the net. Nothing there. Pointers jam up on the near side to keep it going. McLean got a stick on it. Now they'll throw it back far side. Corrali with it. He will fire a shot. Hit a body in front and then got through to the pads of A.J. Smith to make the save. They'll clear it out. Ahead, York will glove it down. He'll try to dance it in. Feeds it ahead for Will Blake on the near side. Cleared right back out by Point. Long shot in. Reichman will make a glove save and dump it down to Drew McLean. Opening minute and a half from Willett Arena, still scoreless. What did we go, 7 minutes off the draw without a whistle last night?
Correct, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Lead pass ahead, tipped into the zone by Baxter Cantor, who is in the lineup here tonight for Stevens Point. Cantor will get to the rest of the Pointer lineup here in a minute. TJ Rue, now Cantor reaching for it, leaves it back. It is Quali Otta firing a shot, blockered away by Smith into the near corner. Alamin will pinch up on the near side to keep the play alive to Luke McElhaney. McElhaney behind the net for TJ Rue. Rue out there on a change here and will come through. Dancing his way through the neutral zone. Pavel Makazanak, far corner. Superior. Now though, can't hold the zone. Whistle and an offsides as they bring it back out. Sean, we've heard of this 4 forward, 1 defenseman. Some call it the torpedo, some call it whatever. Defense is the name of the game here if they don't have the puck.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to look at the Yellowjackets after the Pointers get possession, especially in their defensive end. The Yellowjackets are going to try to race back to their defensive blue line and line up 3 or 4 guys along the ice, which makes it important for the Pointers to get that red line and dump the puck in with some speed and go after the puck. The dump and chase game is going to be big for Stevens Point this evening. All
right, face off far side. Quali Otta chips it ahead. Austin Kelly reaching for it. Duffin scored the first goal of the game last night. Kelly centering pass coming. Brennan Miller coming, and Smith comes out to steer it away. Yellowjackets try to get it back out. Duffin knocked down in the zone, so Austin Kelly couldn't bring it back in. Far side, Duffin rides off a check again, and it is played back out to the neutral zone. Ryan Bittner pulls it back. Well, Bittner on tape will have goal number 2 last night for Stevens Point, but after review, Tanner Carty got a piece of it on the way to the net. So 2 goals for now the Pointers' leading scorer, Tanner Carty, with 20 points. All right, far corner it goes. Stevens Point sends it back in. Battle for possession on the far side, and Bittner bangs it up again, goes after Zach Carty ahead to Kelly O'Brien, jumps in. Here comes O'Brien, nifty move to get to that, centering pass cleared away nicely by the Yellowjackets on the back check by Troy McTavish. Beauvais cross ice, Bittner rifles a shot, that goes high. Beauvais hustling to hold it in on the near side, resets it, too strong for Bittner, and intercepting it there is Chad Lopez. He'll get to the red line and send it deep. Zach with Tanner Carty and Kelly O'Brien, Luke McElhaney with Ryan McKellar and Colin Raver, Carter Rue with TJ Rue and Baxter Cantor. Tanner, Austin Kelly, Brennan Miller, and B.J. Duffin are the forward lines as Stephen Beauvais brings it back, whistled for an offsides. Defensive pairs, Beauvais and Ryan Bittner, Drew McLean and Danny Corrali, Chris Aliment, Stephen Quali. Wes Ashley dresses as the 7th defenseman here tonight, Sean. So that means the pointer changes are Wes Ashley in for Ethan Strong, Baxter Cantor in the lineup
for Jordan Fader.
There it is. All right, near side, Cantor up the wall on the near side, and point can be whistled with a hand pass, and then Cantor rifles the puck after the whistle, but we will see. 16:27 to go here, and Sean, if you're the Yellowjackets, mission accomplished here for the first 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're big crowd, kind of jamming things up a bit, right?
Yep, they're doing their job so far here, Tommy. The Pointers have to use that skill set to their advantage.
Yep. Drew McLean now feeds it. Near side, Cantor brings it in, fires a shot off the glove of Smith, bounces. It is Carter Rue will get it and sends it deep for TJ Rue. Sliding into the corner, Baxter Cantor. Now it's Carter Rue. Rue coming, feeds it out high to McLean. He'll hammer a shot. Smith with a save, and Cantor got a part of the rebound, and I think a second chance with a pad save into the near corner. Carter Rue behind the net, defender all over him, able to battle through. TJ Rue with it out high. Raver off the bench on the near side will hold it and send it deep to the near corner for Carter Rue. Rue tried to get it to TJ Rue. Now TJ Rue in the near corner. Rue up the wall on the near side. Raver sends it back deep again, and Corrali in on the far side to get it. It is Colin Raver with it now. He'll get the big body going in the far corner. Jordan Martin in there for Superior to run some traffic. It is Luke McElhaney in to help out in the far face-off circle out high to Corrali. He'll throw it toward the net, redirected a couple of times. Big rebound left out there. Fired a shot. Smith with a save. Rebound smothered to the near side. Ryan McKellar had a pretty good chance there. Up the wall on the near side and cleared out. And it is almost turned over, but the Pointers are offsides. They will touch up. Yellowjackets bring it back in. 15-10 to go in the first period. We are still scoreless. KB Willett Arena and Stevens Point. McElhaney on the forecheck, dancing around there. Bruno Brzaitis, and the Pointers intercept. Wes Ashley out there for the Pointers, pushes ahead to McElhaney. He'll put the brakes on, throws it back to the middle to McKellar. Couldn't get a shot off, and back the other way comes Superior. Colton Bates near side off the wall ahead. Raver back to get it for Stevens Point. Raver to the far side, almost turned it over. Now back to Wes Ashley. Ashley out there for the first time in 3 games, right?
3, yep. Ever since the Eau Claire, I think the weekend of the Eau Claire weekend was the first weekend.
Now pinballing puck on the far side. That Brennan Miller with a big hit to free up. Ashley back to get it. Ashley out there with Chris Alamin at the moment. Long pass ahead. Duffin rifles it. Kelly with a nifty job, and what are they going to say? A high stick by Duffin to pull it out of midair. We get a whistle. 14:29 to go. Pointer hockey brought to you by Steve-O's Sports Bar. The perfect place to hang and catch the game. Try one of their punch bowls. Always a good time, Steve-O's. 1327 2nd Street, Stevens Point.
All defense all the time again for the Yellowjackets. They're going to want to try to play a very controlled, team-oriented game. And again, the importance of the Pointers sticking to their system, getting out of their own end clean, and then getting that puck possession game below the dots, below the goal line, getting into the front of the net in front of A.J. Smith is going to be very important to them.
Now here's a turnover by the Yellowjackets, and a shot fired wide of the net to the far side, and Connor Reichman fights that one off. Yellowjackets bring it back out high to the point. McHassenach with a shot. He got a rebound back. Ooh, what a save by Connor Reichman. There's a tough save there. Now Bittner to the far side. He and Andrew Durham run into each other and got spun around, and it's Bittner ahead. Here's Austin Kelly. Kelly right up the middle. Kelly now to the far side, firing a shot. Yellowjackets block it. Goes up and out of play. 14:01 to go. Yellowjackets come in 2.68 goals for offensively. That's 54th in the country. They're giving up 3.09. That's 50th. Stevens Point down a tick to 3.95. That's 8th best in the country. Defense remains strong. 1.45 goals against a game. That is 2nd best in the country. Other thing the Pointers have done a remarkable job on, Sean, penalties. Last 5 games are averaging only 8.5 penalty minutes a game. And for the season, they're down to 27th in the country. They're up in the top 5 early on. And here's Kelly O'Brien with it. Gets it out high to Zach. Zach flips it to the far side, and it's McElhaney. Shoves a backhander through. And what do we have? The net knocked off, I believe.
It looks like A.J. Smith knocked the net off, Tommy. The other thing you want to go on top of those penalties, it's mostly coming in the first half. Superior and Stevens Point coming into tonight's game, 1st and 2nd in overall penalty minutes in the league. But as you said, they have done a great job since the break.
And I think some of that mirrored by early on a couple of misconducts and things like that boosted it up. And penalty kill, obviously, for the Pointers has been dynamite all year. Top 10, hovering around that top 10 in the country. Yellowjackets off the draw, clear it out. It is Andrew Durham sending it ahead. Durham with it. And Pointers take it away. Kelly O'Brien forcing it free. Zek now with a stick check, tried to free it up. They hammer it into the Stevens Point end. Drew McLean for Stevens Point. You think a defenseman with his speed can set up against this to try to break it? Instead, he'll try to force it through two defenders. Nothing there, and the Yellowjackets win that battle, and it's Daniel Litchke back the other way and sends it deep. McLean runs some traffic for Carty, feeds it off far side. Zek waiting for it, and it hops up into midair. Kelly O'Brien with a nice play to gain possession. He'll get the red line and feed it ahead. Here is Corrali joining the play. Zek picked up. Should have been a hook. Now Tanner Carty with a shot, and a save made up into the netting and out of play.
Nice job to keep with it. That line of Carty. Tommy, that line of Kelly O'Brien, Carty, and Zek coming on. I thought Kelly O'Brien had a rough first period. He took a tough hit in the second, but after that hit, played very, very well and really started getting his speed game up, his physical game up a little bit. He really worked himself into that game last night. Much better effort from number 9.
Well, Baxter Cantor out there, kind of been on that bubble of the lineup, and now shot fired right off the draw by the aforementioned Baxter Cantor, and Smith with a save.
Absolutely nice face-off win by Carter Rue. Tommy, they run this play all the time on the weak side. Baxter Cantor just cutting through, taking a quick shot in the face-off dot.
Here it comes again, but this time smothered by the Yellowjackets. Bounce to Rue. He gets kind of a shot that I think I blocked a couple of times. It trickles in. Smith with the paddle stopped it and covered it up, and they'll reset in that far face-off circle again.
You can see how aggressive the Pointer defensemen are getting to be now, Tommy. Chris Alamin was just steps away from pouncing on that rebound effort before A.J. Smith gloved it down. There it is again, that same play, Tom.
Same play again, comes back to Cantor out high. He'll feed it to Quali. He'll gulf a backhander across ice for Aliment out of control. Pointers bring it back up, reset it. Quali sends it deep, far corner, T.J. Rue with it. And Carter Rue after it now. Baxter Cantor into the near corner. Cantor looks to center. Carter Rue in to help him out. TJ Rue trying to go into some space in front of the net here. This is a good four-man scrum here in the near corner in the Superior end. Still battling for it, and it's TJ Rue that comes away with it. He's taken down in the play, and the Yellowjackets gain possession of it. They'll come back the other way. Troy McTavish ahead. McTavish to Chad Lopez, sends it deep. Aliment, good body position on him in the near corner to free it up, and then it's Carter Rue in there to keep going. Rue ahead to Raver, took a stick up high and kept it going. Back the other way, Raver to the front of the net. Now taken down in the far corner is Rue, back to Raver, far side. He'll turn, he's trying to get free for a shot, but the puck had his stick lifted a little bit, lost control, and had to cycle out. He'll go out to center ice, gets across the red line, sends it deep. McElhaney on his horse to try to get to it. A.J. Smith cut it off. Pointers will come. McKellar with a shot pad save, rebound there. Raver couldn't pick it up. Back the other way, Jordan Martin. Martin on the far side chips it around Bittner. Beauvais will engage to the far corner, bangs it free. McKellar up the near side. Went right to the stick, though, of Liam Blaze, and the Yellowjackets forced some pressure deep. Into the far corner, Bittner with a big hit, and that gets a rise out of the crowd. It rolls loose around to the near corner. Beauvais giving chase for Stevens Point. And Raver will try to slap it up in the near side, but the Yellowjackets hold it in. Now Beauvais, another big hit. Bittner bumped around to McElhaney on the far side. Yellowjackets causing some problems here. Levi Cudmore on the far side lost the handle on it. Pointers cleared out. Duffin after it. Yellowjackets off the glass. Dump it back in. Bittner back to get it. Yellowjackets changing here. Sean Yellowjackets averting disaster last night. This should be a whistle. We understand that in overtime on a play just like that, they went all five came to change. River Falls goaltender Joel Marcourier threw the puck up the ice. They had a 2-on-none, and the River Falls missed the net in overtime.
Yikes.
So, there you go. Ugh. Shots on goal here, Sean, 9-1 in favor of the Pointers. Face off to the right side of Connor Reichman. Stephen Beauvais made the big play to set up the first goal last night. Austin Kelly. Another icing call here. Pointers really going with that set play, trying to stretch it out.
They want to try to stretch the neutral zone out widthwise, Tommy. And they're trying the home run pass to try to break up this neutral zone Mudville, or whatever you want to call it, Tommy. This is exactly playing in the Yellowjackets' hands here as an extended line shift here for the Pointers.
All right, off the face-off into the near corner. Oh, big hit by Beauvais. Separates the puck up ahead. It's Brennan Miller on the right wing. Miller in, around Duffin, and Lost the handle on it. Duffin does a good job to stick with it with a stick, though, and goes back deep again. Duffin with another hit, comes around. Yellowjackets cleared out. Danny Corrali back to get it, and boy, assuming he went to go cross ice to McLean, and the Yellowjackets got a stick on it. Now McLean wheels and whips it up the ice. Miller after it, out of his reach. It's Jerry Mietinen after it. Behind the net, Miller got a piece of it. Mietinen around to the far side. Corrali holds it in toward the front of the net. Redirected, went just wide. Brennan Miller with a heck of a play there to send it just wide of the far post. Hit there on Miller, and near corner it goes. They thump for it in the near corner. A pair of 25s, Mietinen and Miller. And Austin Kelly in there as well.
Zecker, actually.
Zach on the change coming. Kelly O'Brien on the forecheck here, able to get it free. Now it's Zach setting up right in front of the net. Went for a pass, couldn't get it. Pointers with it. O'Brien deep to Zach, goes back behind the net to Brzaitis, intercepted it. Now Corrali intercepts it. Danny Corrali. He'll come in, top of the far face-off circle, whistles a shot. A.J. Smith with a save. McLean with it now in the near corner. Carty with it now to Zach. Kelly O'Brien will come right in front of the net. Yellowjackets cleared off the glass and out. No icing call here. McLean back to get it. They send a forward in hard. Will Blake. McLean with it ahead. Carty on the far side. Chips it ahead. Nice job by Zach. Coming has Raver in front. Zach with a shot. Missed the net. Rebound and it comes out of the near corner. Yellowjackets clear it out, but Alamin gets it for Stevens Point. Sends it ahead to Tanner Carty with a backhander. Now played by Colton Bates of the Yellowjackets. Carty got it back and backhanded it in again. Red line on the far side. Yellowjackets send it deep. Reichman cuts it off. Alamin jams it around to Raver on the near side. Colin Raver looks to play it up. Raver got tied up from behind there by Colton Bates, and a big pile-up on the near side here. Yellowjackets with a shot deflected. Luke McElhaney with a good shot block there, and the puck ends up into the net. Whistle out of play.
Great job. The Pointer defense breaks down a little bit. Luke McElhaney right there. Johnny on the spot to block that shot up into the netting. And a good defensive play by the junior forward.
Face off to the left side of Connor Reichman. Now it's Colin Raver off the draw, digging it free. Goes ahead to Ryan McKellar. McKellar hustling to the far side. And still back in the neutral zone here. Alamin will get it now for Stevens Point. He's going to bring it in, but McKellar on the far side. I think Alamin kind of zigged when he should have zagged. And bit of an offside.
Got a little miscommunication there, so we'll get a neutral zone face-off, Tom. Shots on goal here, 10-2. Just a little bit over 12 minutes into this period.
8:32 to go in the first. We are still scoreless. All right, McElhaney for Stevens Point to take the face-off. And they will send it deep into the far corner. McKellar in there. McElhaney gets it free to Raver. Nifty move around. Yellowjackets jam it off. Pointers send it back to the near side here, but couldn't get a shot off. Troy McTavish will circle back with it. He'll throw a backhander around to the far wall. McKellar reaching in, a long outlet pass ahead, broken up by Bittner. Has to wait to get the Pointers on side here. Carter Rue with it, will chip it ahead. McKellar will kick it, and comes back. Yellowjackets get it as Chad Lopez sends it back into his own end. Cantor rumbling away, a huge hit on the far side, but able to separate the puck now, gets it back, and it's Cantor leaves it on the far side to Carter Rue. He will jump ahead. Rue coming back and knocked off the play. TJ Rue with a shot, fought off by Smith, rebound back behind the net. Carter Rue to the rebound on the half wall on the near side, throws it into the near corner. Baxter Cantor rumbling in there to try to get it up the near side. McLean reaching for it, but it comes out of the zone. At the red line, he'll send it cross ice to Corrali. Corrali will go in on the far side, now dumps it back for Carter Rue to McLean out high. Doesn't have a shooting angle. He'll try to reverse off, and now goes to the far side. Defender in his hip pocket. McLean battles through and gets it to TJ Rue in the far corner. Out high to Corrali. Corrali coming, firing a shot, hit a body in front. Rebound comes to McLean. Now far side Corrali with it. And Danny Corrali with it. Far side to Carter Rue. He'll reverse and in the far corner walks through a defender, trying to get it in front to Duffin. Now Carter Rue gets it back, then in his pocket picked. Yellowjackets with it, and they'll dump it the length of the ice. Should be an icing call. Here it is. 6:57 to go here in the first. Sean, love the Pointers' attention to detail here as opposed to the opening 20 minutes last night.
Yeah, much better effort by the Pointers with their system play. They're winning battles along the sidewalls, really protecting that offensive blue line and keeping the pressure on the Yellowjacket defense as a whole. there, and they just continue to try to get pucks to the net. And don't see teams so defensive oriented. We saw it last Saturday night against River Falls, and now we're seeing it again. And this is even more defensive oriented than even against the Falcons.
Your system's winning right now. You just got to finish. Duffin had it for a minute. Austin Kelly poked away from him. Jordan Martin for the Yellowjackets clears the head. Martin on a little mini break here coming. Fires a shot. Pad save made by Reichman. Miller to the rebound on the far side. Miller gets it. He'll dump it in. Behind the net it goes. Smith couldn't get to it. And Miller finishing a check behind the net. Near side, Duffin bumps it free. Yellowjackets have a 3-on-2 developing here, but they misplay the puck. Cross ice to Berzaitis. It'll come in. Reichman makes a save. And around it comes to Duffin on the near side. He'll chip it up, and a shot golfed wide. That off the stick of Colton Bates of the Yellowjackets. Alamin far side. Here's Miller. Brennan Miller has Kelly O'Brien racing off the bench here. Tried to feather a pass ahead to Zach Zek. Nice job by Stephen Quali to keep the play going. Near corner, out of the reach of O'Brien. It'll go behind the net. Hamonic cuts it off there for the Yellowjackets and pokes it ahead to Colton Nelson. Beautiful play by Tanner Carty to come in the zone. He'll try to get free. Now it's O'Brien coming with a backhand in front of the net. Loose in the slot. Pointers jam at it. Smith fights it off. It goes behind the net. David Kaplan with it for Superior off the glass. Hallum holds it in and sends it back deep again. Now it's Zek after it in the far corner. Dumps it. Boy, he and Carty are just lurking to poke it free. Near side, Yellowjackets get it ahead. It's Kelly O'Brien intercepting this time. Qualiata got it. Carty sends it back to O'Brien. Up ahead to the red line on the far side to Zek. He'll wait for a minute. Now off the far boards. Gets it to Carty. Carty coming in. Now centers it back for Zek. It'll come in. Qualiata shot to goal. Stephen Qualiata with an absolute bomb from the circle. Beats Smith. Glove side. It's finally 1-0 Stevens point.
What a shot by Stephen Qualiata, Tommy. The initial shot got deflected and it went right back to the stick of Qualiata. It'll be his 4th of the year. Bar down in the back of the net. He got this big house on its feet. 1-0 Stevens point.
Boy, I tell you what, Sean, a couple of battles along the wall. The one by Carty on the far side.
Hey, give Carty.
Get her going. Wow.
Give Carty a big assist on that play, Tommy. That play doesn't start if Carty doesn't anticipate the play at the blue line and kept the play going offensively.
Boy, the Yellowjackets just chirping about the face-off, and Colin Raver sends it deep to McKellar. Now get the train going. Here's McElhaney overskates it on the far side. McElhaney, Raver, and McKellar. Now far side out there. I love this line, Sean. I can get them going. Near side, Raver with a big hit behind the net to free it up. Yellowjackets break it out. Around they come up the near side. Long outlet pass ahead. No icing call as it is Troy York winning the battle. Far side Pointers clear it back out to McKellar. Ryan Bittner throws it behind the net. Beauvais a little slow to the draw here, so he's got to go body on the near side and tries to pick it up. And it is through the neutral zone. Colin Raver for Stevens Point will send it deep. Raver with it. Behind the net it goes, and Superior ahead. Chips it, and a long outlet pass ahead goes too far for Martin Yell. Right in front of the net, McLean cuts it off. TJ Rue ahead to Carter Rue. Rue back the other way with Baxter Canner. Canner to the front of the net. Centering pass back near side. TJ Rue in front shot. What a save by AJ Smith. Rebound comes out, and it's Jerry Mietinen with it. Mietinen, a huge hit. Carter Rue and Mietinen. Shot fired. Reichman with a save. Rebound to the near side. And the near side, Yellowjackets fire it deep again, but they're offsides. McLean will get to it. He'll throw it behind the net to Corrali. Corrali gets knocked off the play by Will Blake on a solid check, but Austin Kelly in to return the favor. Yellowjackets win a battle here in the far corner. They try to send it out high to Arthur Turchiev. Turchiev with it. Turchiev skates along the blue line, feeds it far side. Shot fired. Reichman with an easy glove save. He'll hang on. 3:46 to go in the first. It's 1-0 Stevens Point.
And that's the offense by UW Superior. They're going to play that perimeter game all night long. Two guys will kind of go behind the net a little bit, maybe get in front of Connor Reichman. Great job by the Pointer defense to block out there and let Connor see that the whole way. Easy glove save, and the Pointers will get a defensive zone faceoff. So officially, Tommy, it's Stephen Qualiata, his 4th of the season, assisted by Tanner Carty, that coming at 14:32 of the first period to give the Pointers the 1-0 lead.
I want to say that's a point now in 6 of the last 7 games, at least for Tanner Carty. It hits the referee behind the net, and it comes right to Superior, but a big hit by Austin Kelly frees it up. They'll zip it into the neutral zone. This goes off one of the Yellowjackets, so no icing call, and Brennan Miller will hammer it down in the far corner. Now to Austin Kelly, back to Miller. Duffin turning, firing a shot, missed it over the top of the net. It is Chris Alamin with it here on the near side. Alamin whips it, cross ice, Wes Ashley with it. Ashley with a shot. Now to Miller's side of the net. He'll go far corner and battle with Bruno Berzaitis. Try to get it in front to Kelly, out high, Wes Ashley. He'll fire a shot, bouncing puck, that's blocked again. Kelly to the rebound. He'll send it off the near wall to Aliment. Alamin slips it to Wes Ashley on the near side. Ashley coming back. Ooh, fell down in the play here. And the Yellowjackets gain possession of it and clear it back up. Alamin will get it. He'll try to jam it out on the far side. Now draws a defender back. He'll pull it back to the blue line. Far side, Zek. Zek carries it in. O'Brien, all kinds of speed to the front of the net. Ooh. Chipped the pass. Saucer pass back to the middle. Ended up coming through on Smith, who made a pad save. Yellowjackets carry it in. He'll drive it right back out again. Carty off a hit and ahead to Kelly O'Brien. Sean Kelly O'Brien looks like he's found another gear here in the third period, and coming in here tonight out there with Tanner Carty and Zek. Far side it goes. Now it's O'Brien. Behind the net, looks to center, comes into Carty off of his stick. Yellowjackets will get it. Troy McTavish. McTavish clears it ahead. Beauvais poked it away from him. McTavish back ahead again and comes ahead to McCazanek. Now ridden away nicely by Bittner. Carty will gather it in. He'll feed it back to the near side to O'Brien. O'Brien looks to get it ahead. Ryan Bittner will just shove it in with a backhander, and Stevens Point, except for Tanner Carty, will change here. Raver on the far side forces a turnover. Colin Raver penned up there by Colton Nelson. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. And it's McElhaney now. McElhaney accelerating around Nelson. Raver in back to pick him up. Carty comes off on the change. He'll get it to McElhaney on the near side. They'll throw it in front. Raver turning shot. Smith, I don't think he ever saw it, but made the save. Here on the near side, McKellar keeps it deep. Yellowjackets throw it behind the net. McElhaney wins a foot race. Gets it to McKellar. Comes to Raver. Near side redirected. McElhaney with a shot. Oh, blocked at the last second by the Yellowjackets. Up and out of play. Pointers swarming the net.
Nice job by McTavish by the Yellowjackets to get in there right at the last second and block that shot. McElhaney wide open in between the hash marks. Great shot on goal. Better shot block by McTavish, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff.
All right, face off to the right side of AJ. I'll tell you what, AJ Smith.
Yeah, he's coming to play tonight, Tommy. Yep.
He's one of those battlers.
Yes,
you know?
he will. He'll get better as the game goes, too.
This place, what did he play? 3 years at Northland, right?
Yes, 3 years. Yep.
You saw some rubber there, that's for sure. McLean, golfing a one-time attempt that he was bouncing puck right in front of the net. McKellar with a shot. Good stick check there by the Yellowjackets. Troy York to bust it up. Corrali with an even better stick check to prevent an offensive chance there. McElhaney tried to feed it ahead, but Liam Blaze will dig it out. McLean will go after it for Stevens Point. He'll get it on the far side. Cross ice to Corrali. Back behind the net to McLean. 1:05 to go here in the first period. Up ahead, Raver, body position. McKellar in there. Comes back. McLean had it again. Troy York on the far side had it. Took it away. Here's Raver. Trying to bust Carter Rue ahead. Now he'll come in. Tried to squeeze it ahead. Raver's out of gas here. So he'll come back to the bench as David Kaplan will get it. Off the glass and in for the Yellowjackets. 45 to go in the opening 20 minutes. That's been pretty back and forth here. Rue sends it deep. Smith to the side of the net. Cantor got a piece of it. Rue takes it back, but a bouncing puck over his stick. Couldn't send it deep. Andrew Durham will clear it out for the Yellowjackets. And got it ahead to Martin Yell, who chips it as well. Now it's Alamin for Stevens Point. Hey, bad turnover here. Shot fired, and good job by Reichman to steer that to the near corner. Now Alamin behind the net, taken away. Watch out here. Yellowjackets had a man to the net, but couldn't feed it to him. Now it's Martin Yell with it. Shot save made by Reichman. Couldn't clear it out. Shot through traffic. Blocker save made by Reichman again. 10 seconds to go in the period. Far side. Qualiata will dig it out. He'll come back the other way. Stephen Qualiata coming. Has help coming with 4 seconds to go. Baxter Cantor reaching for it. Yellowjackets poke it to the near side, and that will do it. 20 minutes in the books here, Sean. Coach Krieger challenged his team to be better. Good pace and good tempo in that first 20 minutes.
Yep, they were able to keep things going, Tommy. Connor Reichman on top of his game in the final moments of the first period. Made 2 or 3 real good saves from distance. And the Pointers will have a 1-0 lead on a timely goal by Stephen Qualiata.
All right, oh boy, not a whole lot of puck possession there for the Yellowjackets in that first period, huh?
No, they're offensively challenged, and they are struggling to get the puck going and get offense going at all here in the first period.
All right, joined now by Pointers assistant coach Evan Dixon, and I think, Coach, the message to your fellas was to be Attention to detail, be sharp, be crisp. That was a pretty crisp first period for you.
Yeah, it was a little better than last night. We got some areas that we need to clean up, but overall it was better.
This funky system that Superior plays, we talked a lot about it before the game tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, we talked about how sticking to structure and sticking to your system that paid off tonight in the first period with a goal.
Yeah, I mean, they got a little bit of a different system. Our game plan doesn't really change too much, but just having that attention to detail within our own game plan is going to give us success in this game. We struggled a little bit there defensively, but we'll clean it up going into the second period.
The defensemen that you have, they bring a whole nother dynamic to this game that, it's amazing to do what they do, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we told them before the game they were going to be a major key in the ozone. I thought we did a pretty good job there getting shots through, but we got to do even better.
We're pushing for that first 12 minutes or so with, I think you had like a 10-1 lead on shots, whatever. Just sticking to it and not getting frustrated. That's not an easy thing to do, is it?
No, but this team's, they've been a team that can stick with it all year. I mean, that's one of their strengths is they don't get too frustrated. They just kind of keep going and get rewarded.
As a staff, you played Eli Billing last night. So Connor Reichman came out and did exactly what you would hope he would do. He was very sharp in that.
Yeah, he was steady Eddie back there. He did, played the way he's been playing. Eli was great last night, but Connor's doing a good job here.
All right, Coach. What would you like to see better coming out in the second period here? Just
got to clean up our
possession
transition.
Pace.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of sag back a little bit. We're getting a little bit, into our control a little bit too much. We want to push the pace on transition.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Pointer assistant coach Evan Dixon. Stevens Point after 20 minutes, a 1-0 lead here over UW Superior. We'll come back with the first period recap. Stevens Point leading Superior 1-0. This is Pointer Hockey on Sportsfan 100.5. All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Our first intermission here, and the Portage County Youth on Ice Hawks, the Little Shavers out here, I guess, right?
Yep, they're going after
or whatever they are. And they're having a blast out here. Crowd getting into it. Love it when they're able to do this and get a good turnout here tonight. Don't forget, back home next Friday night against Stout, 6:30 our pregame coverage. 7 o'clock for senior night here at Willett Arena. What do we got? 6 seniors on this team, right, Sean?
Yep, 6 seniors and
some big contributors as well. Tanner Carty, the newcomer TJ Rue, BJ Duffin, Stephen Beauvais, Ryan Bittner, and Ethan Strong will get their due stick taps here at Willett Arena for their final regular season home game. Again, that is next Friday night against UW Stout right here at KB Willett Arena. Our first period recap Pointers outshoot the Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets with a little flurry there at the end with a couple chances. So 13-8 are the shots on goal in the first period in favor of the Pointers. So 13 saves for Connor Reichman, 7 saves for A.J. Smith in that first period. Stephen Quali at 14:32 of period number 1. His 4th goal of the year from Tanner Carty. Stevens Point with a 1-0 lead. Nary a penalty in that first period, so no power plays either way. As we get set. And Sean, let's talk just while we have a sec here with a little extended intermission here of sorts. You know, Coach was telling they've been watching this video of Superior, what they do here. I didn't see the Yellowjackets having the opportunity to get back and line up along the blue line or the red line that they want to do here. So that means that it is the system and puck possession of the Pointers that's taking that away from them.
Oh, absolutely. There was only a handful of times where the Pointers got caught with a couple icing calls where the Yellowjackets were able to jam up the neutral zone a little bit, but the Pointers' speed has to be the difference in the next 40 minutes. They have to get through the neutral zone with speed. If they don't, they got to get to the red line and jump and tip and then flip the puck in and go after it and win some 50-50 battles. They did a great job of that in the first period. You would assume they continue to do that and keep things moving forward for the Pointers. So interesting system. Rich McKenna not happy with the officials. That's not surprising.
I think he was not happy about the face-offs more than anything.
Yeah. And I think a lot of, you think back to some of these games this year, and that's, the Pointers have been so good on the face-offs. That's where the Pointers offense really starts. And when the Pointers start winning face-off after face-off, you might be looking for some little things that here and there where you think maybe the Pointers are cheating somewhere or not, or jumping a play quickly. He was a little frustrated with that, but you just got to keep going here for the Pointers. You got to keep the offense going. You blow this thing out another goal or two. The Yellowjackets just don't have the offense to keep up with a 3-goal or 4-goal game.
We will see. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and run down the other scores going on in the area here. It is 1-0 Stevens Point after 20 minutes. Back with more of our first intermission on Sportsfan 100.5. Back here at Willett Arena, our first intermission of what we are told is a sellout. 1872 here, packing KB Willett Arena. So those of you who came into Willett Arena and they turned away, sorry to spoil your night, but we'll tell you the tales here. Stevens Point leads 1-0. All right, other scores. I have not seen a tally in from River Falls yet. Have you, sir?
Yeah, let me double check
So
here.
if you can get that worked up. In the MIAC, St. Olaf and St. Thomas are scoreless. The other game, Bethel and St. Mary's, no report from there. In the NCHA, finals from earlier today, Adrian beats Aurora 3-1. Sean, St. Scholastica finally breaks the schneid as they beat Lake Forest 4-2 this afternoon. And that, I believe, was a 11-game losing streak for the Saints. Wow. So Scholastica, a 4-2 winner. Trine leading Lake Forest 1-0. MSOE in that battle of teams that control their playoff fate for the 3 or 4 spot in the NCHA. MSOE with a 2-0 lead over Concordia, Wisconsin. St. Norbert and Northland, end of 1 at the Bay Area Civic Center. They are tied at 1, and Lawrence and Marion an 8 o'clock start tonight in Fond du Lac. Tough day for the Pointer women this afternoon. They go on the road and lose 9-1 at Eau Claire. So tough call there for Ann Miniman and the Pointers. Good news on the basketball front today, though. Men's basketball, 69-63 winners over River Falls. The women, 63-60. I should say the men at home at Quant Fieldhouse get the win 69-63. Pointer women on the road get a late bucket 63-60 to get a win at River Falls. Sean, will we have a second? And I don't know if we did this last weekend or last night, but congratulations to Pointer women's basketball coach Shirley Egner. Last week, win number 300 here at the Pointers. I always joke with Coach, my freshman year and her first year were the same year here. So as I emailed her early in the week, said I was very proud to be on the call for many of those women's games and some others we won't mention, but congratulations to her for win number 300, and I think it was in her 800th game too, or something crazy like that. Who knows? But a great win for Coach Egner and the Pointers. Sean, here's your first head scratcher of the night. Well, our first head scratcher came earlier with University of New England being Endicott 7-0. 2 periods in the books at the campus center at Oswego.
Okay.
Buffalo State leading the Lakers 5-2. As Oswego comes in on the 3rd-ranked team in the country.
3rd in the pairwise.
3rd in the pairwise as well.
Oh,
so
goodness.
We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the night. And we do have a score in from Hunt Arena at River Falls. End of 1 there. UW Stout and River Falls scoreless. Not shocking. Not shocked by that. Are you there? All right. So that is our scoreboard update here. Trying to work some of these MIAC scores here. I believe Bethel has a 2-0 lead over River Falls. Over St. Mary's. If I read this correctly here, we'll try to get that feed up here as well. But Sean, boy, a lot at stake in all of these conferences here, with really 3 games in the regular season to go.
Yeah, it's down to the nitty-gritty, Tommy. You're trying to make playoff positions, trying to get into the conference playoff with some of the leagues only, taking a 5 or a 4 from the NCHA in each division. Conference positioning. It's February, Tommy. Yeah. It's down to the nitty-gritty. A couple weeks left in the regular season, and then we get down to the playoffs, and the whale of a playoffs they'll be. Yep. We do know for sure that the Pointers won't have to play in that first weekend in 2 weeks' time.
Yep. And if would get a win here tonight, you'd know that semifinal series would be here as well. So, but I mean, you look at the NCHA standings here, Sean. In the North, St. Norbert, Marion, and Northland have all clinched playoff bids there. Finlandia trying to get back into playoffs for what's got to be the first time in a long time. Joe Burkar has come back and coached them. They've been much better after didn't they have an Ophir season here a couple years ago?
They did. Finlandia,
really, they had been on some hard times up there, so they have turned it around and trying to zero in and get back into the NCHA playoff race.
It's full marks for Finlandia. I'm able to watch them play Adrian last Saturday during our bye week, and and they did a great job and really kept them in that game, and that program's slowly starting to gain some strength up in Houghton.
And then you look at the South. Adrian and Lake Forest both have clinched. Lake Forest giving Adrian a run for their money here.
They split the season series.
Yep, split that series there. You've got Aurora. I'll have to look going into next weekend to see if they have made the playoff. They may be gunning for their first ever playoff race there. MSOE and Concordia on the bubble there as they pop around there as well. All right, here it is 1-0 Stevens Point. We're going to take one more break. We'll come back with second period action. Stevens Point leading Superior 1-0. This is Pointer Hockey on Sportsfan 100.5. Who's your profile with?
TJ.
And how long is it?
Like 7.5.
Back here at Willett Arena. Sean, this is what we have to look forward to over the next couple of weeks here at Willett Arena.
Yep.
This is a beauty. Man, oh man. I do believe I saw on the high-speed Twitter wire today, you know, our good friend John Garber, the voice of the Yellowjackets on KUWS. Before his time, John Munson was their great voice, and
yes, they were.
I think John put a tweet up about looking forward to coming to Point, and he replied back with a great barn with great fans, and they are holding true to form here tonight. So, all right, if you're Stevens Point, second period has been go to work time. Right?
Oh, absolutely. The Pointers' second period the last couple of weeks have been
off the hook.
Has been as good as you can get, Tommy. You're going into the student section, no better time than to
and Sean, we talked about this for a quick couple of seconds in our pregame show, but Stephen Qualiada's goal in the first period means Stevens Point has now scored first in 20 of 23 games. And the other calculation I did is Stevens Point has trailed for just 34 minutes and 17 seconds on the season. All right, our second period opening faceoff brought to you by Miller Lite. Zach steps to center ice with Troy York, and the Yellowjackets control the opening draw. Zach on the forecheck. Yellowjackets off the glass and out. Troy York back with it. Nice job here by Beauvais to force the play. Boy, it looks like the Pointers coming with the forecheck here. They get a turnover. Zach with a shot and a goal. Did it go in? Oh, it went off the bottom of the blocker, hit the far side post, near side post, dropped straight down. It hit 3 posts and came out and the blocker. Goodness gracious. Bittner with it. Sends it back the other way. Now here's a broken play by the Yellowjackets. They'll dump it to the near corner. Berzaitis. Referee was in great position there, Sean, and the crowd, I think was a little stunned, and I think certainly if it now here takes a Zamboni door bounce and comes right to Danny Corrali on the near side, who sends it deep. Pointers changing here, so they almost tally in the opening minute. Now Yellowjackets, long pass ahead off the skate of Danny Corrali. Comes back into the Yellowjacket zone, but the Pointers would have been offsides. Here's Superior, Arthur Turchiev with it. He'll get it deep. Drew McLean first to get there. He'll feed it around to Austin Kelly on the far side. Overskated the puck. Colton Bates with the puck, throws it in front. Corrali, lead pass ahead. Got it to Brennan Miller at center ice. He'll dump it in. Turchiev intercepts again. Lead pass ahead. Will Blake with it. Whistle and an icing call, they will say. 18:43 to go here in the second period.
Puck stick gets flown up in the air, Tommy. We'll go back to the offensive end, and the Pointers, Zach Zek, just missed a goal. I think you hit it right on the head. Hit the bottom of the blocker, and then hit the far side post, the crossbar, and the near side post. It didn't go in somehow.
I'd blame the shoes. Danny Corrali, you weren't with us last night. Zach very proud of a new pair of shoes.
His mom got
Mom Zek delivered apparently, so we'll see. Now right to Brennan Miller coming. Oh, he goes back door for Kelly, and Yellowjackets get a piece of it. Boy, this almost looks like a Pointer power play coming here. Duffin shot smothered off, and Yellowjackets back the other way with a 3-on-2. Right wing McCazenak goes deep. McCazenak now to Durham. Far side, Austin Kelly will get it. Now the Pointers may have a 3-on-2. Kelly, Miller cuts to his left. Austin Kelly races through, walks through a couple of defenders, trying to get a shot off. Yellowjackets force it. Kelly with a big hit on the near side, up the wall in the near side, and the Yellowjackets push it back the other way. Far side, around through some traffic. Bad angle shot goes wide of the net. Comes to the near side. Now they fire it offside. Redirected off the side of the net. Boy, that fooled Rickman badly because he was going to the far board, Sean, and it redirected back to the near side, and I think the net's off.
Yeah, Rickman knocked the net off, Tommy. That almost was disaster for the Pointers as the puck got deflected late. Rickman was looking at the puck going wide or to the far side, and it got deflected back to the near side and just missed the near post.
Wow. Face off to the right side of Connor Reichman. Alamin. Off the far boards ahead. Baxter Canner, puck between his legs, didn't see it, so he'll flip a backhander in. Nice job by Carter to jump the play here, and Yellowjackets, a good job in the back check here to clear it back out. Aliment after it now, cuts in front of Troy McTavish. Big hit in the near corner. Miller forced it free. Here's Quali, chips it ahead to Cantor. Yellowjacket defender falls down, and Baxter Canner all right here. I'm sorry, he blew a tire or got tripped. Either way, now far side, Carter almost pokes it free. Yellowjackets in, they try to go rink wide. They get it here to Levi Cudmore coming around. Beauvais forces him wide, and then they crash into Reichman. Net off its moorings, but that's a strong defensive play there by your senior captain, Stephen Beauvais.
How good has he been, Tommy, the last couple weeks? 3 points last night. Really kind of jump-started the Pointers' offense in the second period against UW Stout. Just as good as you can get from a senior defenseman and the captain of this hockey team.
All right, face out in the neutral zone here on the near side, just outside the Pointer blue line. Luke McElhaney to take the draw. St. Norbert with now. Here's Ryan McKellar off the faceoff. Jams ahead, has Raver wide open in front of the net, and A.J. Smith makes the save. Quick Colin Raver coming in, and I'll tell you what, that's a heads-up play by Raver because he put the brakes on. And the last thing you want to do is run a goaltender over here and give a power play up here to get a team back that's not on the board. All right, face-off controlled. Oh, Beauvais has it roll over his stick. Cross ice to Bittner. Pointers will come back out and reset. Raver off the far board, brings it in. Tries to chip it ahead, now does. Sends it deep behind the net. McKellar got cut off by Bruno Berzaitis, but McKellar with McElhaney. Now Raver just out of his reach, but he will get possession to hold it in the far corner. Got it to McKellar, looks to center, back to Raver with McElhaney back the other way. Had his stick lifted, couldn't get a backhander off. McElhaney now in the near corner, frees it up, throws it in front of the net to McKellar. Intercepted, 3-on-2 developing here for the Yellowjackets. To the right wing, Jordan Martin. He'll get it. Bittner, nice job to block that shot. Goes straight up in the air. Bittner rattles it around the wall for McKellar on the near side. Boy, should have been too many men on the ice. Yellowjackets were changing as it came right in front of their own bench. Now intercepted. Ooh, Carty had it and lost the handle on it. Forced free. Beauvais sends it back again. Raver on the right wing. Hesitated a minute and then tried to regroup to get it out. Yellowjackets to the red line on the far side. Oh, it got hung up in the linesman on the far side. This is advantage Yellowjackets. They come in. Beautiful stick lift there by Bittner. Shot off. Save made by Reichman. And the Pointers clear it out. This will be an icing call against Stevens Point. 15:46 to go here in the second. Still 1-0 Stevens Point.
Yeah, face-off will come back down to the Pointer defensive end here as we move along in this first period, or in the second period. Superior has come out with a little bit of jump, put some pressure on the Pointer defensive crew. Pointer's now going to get back to that puck possession game in the offensive end and try to grind this Yellow Jacket team out here. Tally would be nice as well.
Yeah, face off to the left side of Connor Reichman. Yellowjackets send it deep. 5:40. Near corner, Carty battling for it along with Zach Zek. Near side, boy, this is Carty really getting after it. Now Carty waiting for it. What do we have?
Penalty on Tanner Carty.
A chip, a slashing call coming here as it is Pavel McHazenok going off.
All right, so power play opportunity here
first
for
penalty
the
of the night.
It'll be the first penalty of the night. So let's run the numbers quickly here, Tom, for the Yellowjackets on the power play. 17 power play goals on 90 chances, 18.9%. They're third in the WIAC and fourth overall in the country. They were 0 for 2 against, or 0 for 3 last night against UW. I'm going to run those again. I got them mixed up there. We'll try that one more time in a second here, Tom.
All right, Sean, the Yellowjacket power play, 15 of 103, 14.6%. Pointer penalty kills, 17 of 90, 18.9%.
Yes.
That's a Pointer power play. Pointer penalty kill. Penalty come up. Who's this against?
On the Yellowjacket, or on the Pointers.
On the Pointers. Dumpin will get it. What do we have? Another slashing call, this time Jordan Martin. And it's on what? Chris Alamin, so it's going to be the extended 5-on-3 here, Sean. Pointer penalty killers, 91 of 103, 88.3%. That is 13th in the country.
Yep, second in the WIAC.
Yep.
And the power play for the Yellowjackets, 5th in the country, or 5th in the WIAC, 65th overall. They were 0 for 3 against River Falls last night.
All right, they're going to get a minute 50 of a 5-on-3 here. Well, suddenly things get interesting in a big way. Off the draw, Bittner hustling. He'll drag it into the near corner, then got knocked down. And now coming right out in front of the net, cleared out for a minute. Miller, Bittner with it now, can't clear it out. Troy McTavish with it, brings it out high. 5-on-3 advantage now, big shot near side. They missed the net, and this is going to come all the way outside of the zone. Might have got redirected in front of the net, sending it wide to the far corner. Back-to-back slashing calls here by the Pointers, and they are on a 5-on-3 penalty kill here. Yellowjackets out high, Turchiev. Now far side, shot, easy save made by Rickman, and it comes right back to Brzaitis. Brzaitis far side, Miller will get it. Brennan Miller now waits. Boy, a couple of nifty moves and lifts a backhander out. Now Yellowjackets back, Pointers got a hustle. Austin Kelly, BJ Duffin off the bench. Ryan Bittner stays out there. Yellowjackets will carry it in. Shot save made by Reichman. And no rebound there as he will smother it with 59 seconds to go in the 5-on-3.
Ryan Bittner not happy with one of the Yellowjacket players as after they took the shot, Tommy, the follow-up maybe took a chop at Connor Reichman. And a little bit of a discussion in the near corner here, but 59 seconds of extended power play time for the Yellowjackets. 59 seconds remaining in this 5-on-3.
14:28 to go here in the second. Boy, this is a big spot in this one, that's for sure. Off the face-off, rattled around, goes behind the net. Big hit on the far side to try to separate the puck. And it is Durham who's down, firing his shot, fought off, might have got part of the mask of Reichman. I thought I may have heard part of the post. Out high, it's Hamannik. Looks to shoot, instead brings it back near side, whiffed on it, and the net's off though. Oh boy, it had just come to Drew McLean who was going to send it the link to the ice, but Connor Reichman, anticipating the one-timer coming to the near side, knocked the net off its moorings.
Knocked the net off the pegs and it's going post to post aggressively, trying to get there in time for that one-timer. So another defensive zone face-off here with Austin Kelly. Big face-off here.
37 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Yellowjackets behind the net. Duffin gets a piece of it, but it's Troy York that is waiting for it on the near side. He'll get it. York coming in, no shot. He'll go cross ice to Hamonic. Hamonic now feeds it up. Yellowjackets work the perimeter. Hamonic along the blue line. He is one on top on this umbrella power play here. Shot in, shot blocked there by Drew McLean. Duffin will get it. He'll turn and fire it down the length of the ice.
Great shot block
just
by Drew
enough
McLean.
there. Let's see if they clear here. They get 2 off. Duffin stays out there. And Beauvais coming back out. Duffin with it now, banging for it. Now this might be a 3-on-1. Beauvais hustling to come back. And then now they're down 1. Into the near corner it comes. 5 seconds remaining. Beauvais after it. Yellowjackets try to center. Bittner in there. He's been out there forever. And Beauvais, Pointers kill it off. They are back at full strength. Brennan Miller charging off the bench near side. Duffin trying to free it up. And Miller coming 3-on-2. Beauvais will join the play. Tanner Carty out there. Now it's Beauvais far side. Now to Brennan Miller turning. Fires a shot in front. Hit off the skate of Tanner Carty. Never saw it. Baxter Cantor drags the play down into the near corner. Behind the net for Miller. Bittner will reach into the far side to pinch. Got it to Miller in the far corner. Brennan Miller gains possession between 2 Yellowjackets. Flips it to Baxter Cantor. Cantor now in the far corner. He's shoulder to shoulder with Colton Nelson. And Miller comes away with it, drags it behind the net. Yellowjackets out, but Carty intercepts. Carty near side, Quali, far side. Aliment coming in, firing a shot, hit a body in front. Shot blocked there by Litchke of the Yellowjackets. Far corner it goes. Miller now looks to center, goes behind the net, feeds it to Carty. He gets some space in the near corner. Carty coming out, looks to flip or reverse. Instead, shoves it along the blue line to Alamin, calls right back to Carty. He'll cycle back off to the far corner. Now he'll get free right down the middle. Dodging, now try to throw it back in front, side of the net, backhanded shot. Smith with a save and a scrum to the side of the net.
Baxter Cantor took a shot at Smith after he had the puck covered up. Maybe just to stir some things up, maybe, but a good little tussle in front. A.J. Smith, good save down low on the good puck possession after killing off the 5-on-3. Don't think any penalties should come to this. Well, actually, they're going to take Cantor, and they're going to go 4-on-4.
Well, maybe it looks like Andrew Durham, I think, going to come off here.
Going to go in, and he just
hitting after the whistle, I think.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that call there.
In today's game, they just don't want that kind of stuff going on. I know what Baxter's trying to do there, but nonetheless, the Schrader brothers will call the penalty. We'll go 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes.
How do you suppose this Yellowjacket system works 4-on-4 here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
TJ Rue wins the draw, gets it back to Chris Alamin. Alamin throws it wide to the far corner to Carter Rue. Rue behind the net, TJ Rue in to help him. Boy, Yellowjackets hustling here, but Rue took it right back. Carter Rue up the wall to the far side. Troy McTavish will intercept. Alamin had it, poked away. Ahead comes Levi Cudmore. He'll hustle in. Alamin shoves him into the near corner. Alamin. And loose in the near corner, Quali reaching in there to try to come away with it for Stevens Point. 1.5 minutes to go in the 4-on-4, 11:45 to go in the second. Stevens Point with just a 1-0 lead here. Carter Rue, and what do we have? The Yellowjackets here whistling an offsides as came out to the point. Sam Schultz tried to hold it in, but couldn't. All right, so shots on goal 4-3 in favor of the Yellowjackets here in period number 2.
They've made a little bit of push here, Tom.
Had that 5-on-3, which Pointers did a nice job killing that off. All right, Carty now off the draw, stick up high, and a shot rifled in. Good job by Connor Reichman to stay alive with that one. Drew McLean will gain possession of it, trying to feed it behind the net to Corrali. Corrali around, now gets it. Here's Tanner Carty, right wing. Carty feeds it ahead. Here's Corrali joining the play up ahead. Danny Corrali coming, firing a shot. That's blocked by the Yellowjackets. Connor Hamonic up and out of play. Danny Corrali might be getting a lot of activity on the score sheet here, Sean, but he's really contributing.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. He has got the speed. He's got the offensive skill to push the play and keep offense going for the Pointers. He does a great job of reading the play and jumping in when he needs to, and he's got a heck of a shot. He scored that big first goal against UW-Eau Claire just a week ago.
Sean, I mentioned that Oswego score.
Yeah.
The Lakers have scored 3 in the first 14 minutes of
the third period.
Third period. They are even at 5. Never know what you're going to get, do you?
Not in this world.
Even when you think you do, you don't. All right. All right, Pointers on the forecheck. Carty trying to jam it free. Here's
Tommy.
a breakdown, but Drew McLean with a great back check here to free it up. Ahead they wheel for Tanner Carty. Carty uses the defender to help out. Comes to Corrali just out of his reach. Corrali with a defender on him, and the Yellowjackets force it out. Colin Raver had it, lost it, gets it to Corrali. Corrali ahead. Raver on the left wing will cut in. Raver out here with Carty. Raver coming, shot off the outside of the net. And it's McLean. McLean coming out high, Beauvais. They'll feed it far side. Carty reaching for it, but a defender for the Yellowjackets, Will Blake, broke that one up. They'll feed it ahead. Levi Cudmore in onside, and he'll coming in, and now runs. Runs into Connor Reichman, and Reichman turned that one aside of the 4-on-4, and Beauvais may have forced that into the goaltender a little more, but cooler heads prevail.
Yeah, and both teams skate back to the bench, get some. You'd like to.
Referee's discussing it. I think they're talking about the face-off is what it is.
It's going to be a change or a no change situation. The Pointers have already changed, so it's a moot point. The face-off will stay deep in the Pointer defensive end here. 18 seconds remaining on this 4-on-4. I'd like to get the Pointers get some puck possession, get some speed up in this period.
Yellowjackets have pushed their way back into this here to have a little bit more control of the puck here in the second period. Ryan Bittner with it now ahead. Here's Luke McElhaney. McElhaney carries it in, puts the brakes on, feeds it. Beauvais with a shot, just missed. Now they jam it in front of the net. Smith with a save. Rebound out front, cleared out by the Yellowjackets. Levi Cudmore with it back the other way. Cudmore far side, both teams at full strength. Near corner, here's a turnover forced by the Yellowjackets. Centering pass, forced wide of the side of the net. Artur Turchiev with a shot. That hit a body in front. Bittner will get to it for Stevens Point. Gulfs it around to the far side. Kelly O'Brien tried to go to the body. Centering pass coming. Yellowjackets gain control. Turning, firing a shot wide. O'Brien now to the half wall again. Goes body possession. Chips it around a defender. Waits for Luke McElhaney to come in and help him out. McElhaney scrums for it. O'Brien will get it. He'll get it ahead to Zach 1-on-1. Might be a 2-on-1. He's got McElhaney joining the play. Here comes Zach back to McElhaney. Back in front. Zach shot the goal. What a beautifully executed 2-on-1. Zach. Luke McElhaney with unbelievable puck possession. A backhander to Zach on the door. It's 2-0 Stevens Point.
McElhaney noticed that he couldn't get a good shot off on the backhand, and at the last minute dumped it to the far side where Zach was waiting for a wide open backdoor goal. For Zach, it'll be his 6th of the season, and the Pointers have that all-important 2-goal lead on a great play by the Pointers to break down that defensive strategy by the Yellowjackets and pays off on a 2-on-1 breakaway goal.
All right, off the face-off, Pointers win it, dump it right back in, and you answer with the Kelly, Duffin, Miller line here. Yellowjackets try to clear it out. Quali forces a turnover. Goes to Kelly, far side, back near side to Wes Ashley. He'll fire a shot, hit a body, went wide, and the net is off.
Oh, watch out here,
Duffin behind the net.
I don't think anybody heard the whistle.
This place roaring. 9:23 to go in the second. Sean will have a much more casual and calm conversation with TJ Rue.
Absolutely.
Pointer profile coming up. Face off to the left side of A.J. Smith. Pointers win the draw. Duffin coming, far side, tried to feed Quali for a one-timer, but it handcuffed him. Now he gets free, fires a shot, Smith the save. Rebound, Brennan Miller dragged down in front of the net. Now we get a pile up.
Duffin got dumped in.
Duffin gets dumped, and we get a whistle. Boy, the Pointers are going to the net here, though, Sean.
That's exactly what you need to do, especially against A.J. Smith, who does such a good job of taking away low in that butterfly position. And the Pointers will get another offensive zone faceoff. So officially, Tommy, the Pointers' second goal of the night, Zach in his new shoes, his 6th of the year. Yeah. McElhaney gets the assist at 10:32 to give the Pointers the all-important 2-goal lead.
Not sure why are they bringing the faceoff outside the zone?
Not sure, Tommy.
All right. Austin Kelly will take the faceoff for the Pointers. Face off to the far side. He wins it back to Quali. He'll feather it ahead.
That's a hand
Yellowjackets
pass.
Should be a hand pass. Yep. That was a wind-up special, and that should bring the face-off back in the zone, right?
Yeah, we'll get an offensive zone face-off. We'll see if Coach Krieger elects to change. And it looks like Dixie's going to change his defensive pair, but the same forward guys will stay out because the Yellowjackets can't change on the hand pass.
9:07 to go in the second. One in the first, one here in the second. Now here is Brennan Miller. Feeds it deep to Austin Kelly in the far corner. Back to Miller. And Kelly got run on the far side. He's back to his feet quickly, though. Brennan Miller behind the net with B.J. Duffin. Duffin trying to steer it ahead. Yellowjackets up. Corrali now will join, and he'll backhand it again. Yellowjackets just trying to bang it out.
Penalty coming up on Duffin, Tommy.
And B.J. Duffin
went up high.
Cross-checking call went high, and the Yellowjackets going to get another power play.
Yeah, power play opportunity. Tommy, I mean, he did go up high, but just don't give these two an option.
That's your classic. He who does last gets caught, which happens more than not. Absolutely the right call. And 8:45 to go here in the second. Third power play of the night for the Yellowjackets.
Correct, my friend.
Pointers have yet to get a shot at the Goose on Main power play, because we should remind folks, next Wednesday is our next, this coming Wednesday, I should say, which is February the 6th, is our next Goose on Main Pointer Hockey Radio Show. 6 to 7 o'clock. Pointers off the draw. Far side trying to get possession of it. Carter Rue had it, lost it. Yellowjackets had it. This is going to be a breakaway. Back the other way, short-handed. Ryan McKellar after it. He'll get to it, but I tell you what, Troy McTavish, a diving effort to poke it free, or Stevens Point has a 3-0 lead. At least a shot at a breakaway to get a 3-0 lead. Now the Yellowjackets struggling with it back in their own end. McKellar forces it. Up high it comes on the right wing. Will Blake will get it. He'll send it in. Ryan Bittner the first to get there, and he will just turn and lift it down the length of the ice. Smith after it. He'll play it near side right to Carter Rue. Rue coming around, feeds it far side, coming in. Alamin couldn't pull the trigger, so he'll get possession of it. Now goes to Carter Rue. Rue will dump it deep. Baxter Cantor out here killing some penalty time for Stevens Point. Cantor with the body. Near side it comes. Yellowjackets dig it free. Wes Ashley gambled on the near side. This is a 2-on-1 for the Yellowjackets. Back the other way. Shot fired. Missed the net. Troy York missed the net, held into the near side by Connor Hamonic. 50 seconds to go in the Yellowjacket power play. McElhaney tried to poke it free. Long shot fired in. That missed the net wide. Far side. York with it. Coming near side. Wes Ashley in front of him. They go back door. Nothing there. And this is going to go all the way outside of the zone. Baxter Cantor is going to come off. Colin Raver out there. And Raver immediately intercepts the puck shorthanded. He'll go to the far side. Get around a defender. Colin Raver coming in. Raver around the back side of the net will just poke it and ride some penalty time. Miller trying to bang it free. Raver with it again. Bittner feeds it up near side to Brennan Miller. Here's Miller. Raver in front of the net. Can he get it to him? No. Just out of his reach near corner. Miller and Raver. 2-on-2 here in the near corner. 15 to go in the man advantage. Stevens Point. Very nice job on the penalty kill here. Yellowjackets send it ahead to York. Near side. Cherry picking on the near side, but Ryan Bittner figures that one out pretty quickly. Brennan Miller will get possession of it. Far corner it goes. Now on the far side, this is Daniel Litchke. Pointers back at full strength. Now they'll come firing a shot. Miller with a shot blocked back the other way. Oh, Austin Kelly had it hopped through his skates after the shot blocked by Miller. Loose at center ice. Bittner will get it. He'll fire it deep. Tanner Carty off the bench in the near side is in. He'll look to center it right in front. Oh, Austin Kelly got it, but it went right straight up in the air as Smith put the stick out there at the same time. Now it's David Kaplan in the far side. Kaplan playing it. Austin Kelly in there. Kelly O'Brien out there for Stevens Point as well. O'Brien will get it. Comes to Carty on the near side. He'll bring it in. Corrali cuts to the middle. Fed it back to him on the near side. Austin Kelly got a piece of it. Now Corrali with it. He'll throw a shot toward the net. Bounded through. Kelly with a wraparound try. And it's cleared out by A.J. Smith. Yellowjackets dodge a bullet off the glass and out. Drew McLean feeds it ahead to Kelly O'Brien on the far side. He's rocked off the play but got the puck deep. Tanner Carty wins a foot race to get to it. Carty coming, waits to fire a shot. Instead, turns, goes to the side of the net. Zek with a shot. Smith a save. Rebound in front. Oh, Kelly O'Brien got hammered in front of the net. No call. Shot fired. Smith with a save. Zek to the rebound. Now it's Tanner Carty. Pointers really putting the jam on here. Out high to McLean. Near side Corrali to the front of the net. Redirected. Hit the post. Bouncing back behind, and Smith reaches and covers.
Oh my goodness, Tommy. The Pointers continue to get their offense going, and this is what we've seen in second periods for the last 2-3 weeks, where the Pointers just start stringing shifts together and everything but the back of the net and that opportunity. A.J. Smith down and out for the Yellowjackets somehow makes a save at the last second to keep this a 2-goal lead.
5.5 to go here in the second. I tell you what, Yellowjackets looking to the bench. They are really confused about something.
They don't have enough guys on the ice.
All right, Troy York will come out.
I think that's the first time you said his name tonight, Tommy.
He's been on a couple. They've been keeping him wide of the perimeter. All right, off the face-off far side. Yellowjackets try to slide it ahead, and they do. This should be an icing call, right? Yeah, late whistle, and Troy York reached for it at center ice, but never hit it. It got through him cleanly and went down the length of the ice.
That face-off will come back down to the Pointer end. Troy York saying he got a piece of it. Referees say no, so an offensive zone face-off. 5:22 remaining here in the second period at Willett Arena. The Pointers lead 2-0.
Right side of A.J. Smith. Carter Rue forces it there. Now to Baxter Cantor, far corner, firing a shot off the stick of A.J. Smith. Alamin to the rebound. He will take it deep. Carter Rue. Now to Cantor. Cantor banging away. Cantor tried to sneak through. Now it comes Rue. Both brothers Rue behind the net. And they're trying to jam it out in front of the net. It rolls out in front, reaching for it. And boy, Smith, Sean, that is like Panic City. And just reached out through a couple of legs and covered it up.
Yeah, jumped out just to try to melt this down as he can sense this hockey game starting to continue to slide in the Pointers' direction. He's doing everything he can, Tommy, to keep this Yellow Jacket team in this hockey game.
Yeah.
We saw that last night with Tommy Algren.
Yep.
These veteran goalies in the WIC will battle and battle and battle.
All right. Luke McElhaney, I think, will get booted out of the face-off circle, so Ryan McKellar will take it. Into the near corner it goes. High up right into the netting and out of play. Pointer Hockey brought to you by the Rock and Roll Cafe, your go-to restaurant for the best breakfast in the area. Starting at 6 a.m., lunch and dinner too. Rock and Roll Cafe, 20-1 Stanley Street, Stevens Point. Face off to the left side of A.J. Smith. And right off the face-off, McKellar, a headhunter that caught the glass. Here is Bittner, sends it deep to McKellar behind the net. Out of his reach, so Beauvais will poke it back toward him. McElhaney helping, it'll come out high. Bittner with a shot, Smith with a save. Raver around, now McElhaney behind the net. He got rubbed out on a good play there by the Yellowjackets. And
well, watch out here, Tommy.
Here's a breakaway back the other way, quickly firing a shot. That missed the net as Stevens Point, kind of a defensive nap here. Beauvais clicks it ahead to McElhaney on the right wing, 3-on-2 developing. McElhaney to the trailer, Beauvais toward the net, tried to shove it, but a defender, nice job to tie his stick up, couldn't get a clean shot off. It bounces to the near wall and comes out of the zone. Drew McLean back to get it. 4:10 to go in the second, 2-0 Stevens Point. Raver spins off on the far side. Raver will send it deep to Zek behind the net. Zek brings it out high to McLean. No shot. He'll dance. Gets free. Comes right in. Back near side to Corrali. He'll rifle a shot. That goes wide.
Great save by A.J. Smith through traffic, Tommy, as Corrali tried to beat him to the wide side.
All right. Is a whistle and an icing call. Sean, it's a final to Campus Center. Buffalo State, 5 minutes to go in the third, gets a goal to beat Oswego 6-5. See that coming?
Nope. That's a big one, Tommy. That will affect the standings in the pairwise and in the SUNYAC, Tommy. That's a big, big result.
Yep. And I got to believe the Geneseo Knights are
very happy
giving
about
the
that.
double stick tap to the Bengals of Buffalo State. We will see. So Oswego coming in, the third-ranked team in the pairwise and in the all the rankings, everything. All right, Drew McLean will send it deep far side for Zek, who, nice job with his skate to keep it going, then wheeled and tried to get it, but couldn't. Corrali with it ahead, and he had his pocket picked, and Drew McLean just wheeling around out there, bouncing puck at center ice. Carty after it. Now Zek gets a stick on it, comes to McLean. He'll reverse back and come near side to Corrali. Far side, he'll go to Carty. He'll gather it in. What a move to drag it through a defender. Sends it in on side and then holds it in with a glove at the far side. Sends it deep to Kelly O'Brien. Yellowjackets a little disoriented here. Now O'Brien behind the net. Carty right in front of the net. Shot. Save made by Smith. Got a check at a rebound and couldn't get it toward the net. Had a stick tied up. Corrali far side. Alamin with a shot in. Save. Smith with a save and hangs on.
Through traffic again, Tommy. Very aggressive in his blue paint. Gets up in that butterfly. Takes away low and a good glove save by A.J. Smith. We'll get another offensive zone faceoff. But shot started out, 4-3 in favor of the Yellowjackets. The Pointers have now stretched that out to 12-4. They haven't had a shot on goal since we last checked.
Off the draw, Quali Otta chips it to Aliment on the near side. Toward the net, went wide. Chris Alamin's going to get one here.
He is.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. That'll be his first college goal when it happens.
Now near side and walking through a couple of defenders, David Kaplan with a nice play. Yellowjackets force it out to the point near side. Levi Cudmore sends it deep again. But Aliment picks up the play there and squirts out right to B.J. Duffin. Duffin with it ahead. Here's Brennan Miller will get it. Miller goes right in between three defenders. Troy York on the far side sends a man to the net. Shot fired, went wide. Rickman might have got just enough of it to force it wide. Another shot redirected, went wide off the glove of Reichman. And it is Duffin, a rough ride in the far corner. Quali Otta lost the handle on it. Now chips it ahead on the near side to Miller. He'll send it deep for Kelly, but the Pointers will call off the jam and make a line change here as a Raver will hustle off the bench through the neutral zone. Carter-Rue gets a piece of it. And here's Raver back the other way on the far side. Raver coming in. Raver tried to shove it back in front. Now chips it to Carter-Rue behind the net. Rue back here on the near side. Out high it goes. Bittner hammers right in front. Shot. Raver with a shot pad. Save made by Smith. Boy, it bounced right to him. Now comes at center ice. Bittner will shove it back ahead again. TJ Rue, Carter-Rue, and Colin Raver out here on this line as they have jumbled the lines a little bit here, Sean, but the Yellowjackets ice the puck. Minute 29 to go here in the second. Sean will converse with TJ Rue. Senior transfer out of Bemidji State. Came for his senior year to play with his brother. Can't imagine he's not having a good time with this, huh?
Nope.
Now here's Colin Raver dragging it toward the net. Ridden off on a nice defensive play by Colton Nelson. He'll get it behind the net to Carter-Rue. Carter-Rue. What are we going to get here? We're going to get
matching minors.
It is going to go Colton Nelson and Colin Raver with matching slashing calls here. And minute 21 to go. We'll go 4-on-4. All right, so face-off in the zone. You might argue, Sean, Pointers really opened it up when it was 4-on-4 before.
They did.
So TJ Rue out there with Carter-Rue. Comes right to Carter-Rue, far side to Bittner. He'll throw a shot. Blocker save made by Smith. Rebound to the far side. Yellowjackets chip it out. Chad Lopez after it. Lopez ahead to Brzaitis. Brzaitis near side taken away by Beauvais. Yellowjackets send it back in. Ryan Bittner. He will push it ahead, get to the red line, and send it deep. Rifles it in around. Carter-Rue, the first to get to it in the near corner. Sends it out high to Bittner. Bittner waiting for it. Defender falls down. Here comes Bittner toward the net. Goes to Carter-Rue. In too close. Now they jam it in front. Shot save made by Smith. McLean leaves it back to the near side, and they tried to get it out ahead to Chad Lopez. Lopez will get it. Bittner cuts him off. McLean picks it up and clears it to Rue on the near side. Here's TJ Rue, right wing. Carter-Rue to the front of the net. TJ Rue jammed off the puck by Litchke, and near side McLean with it. Carter-Rue will pull it back and feed it far side to Danny Corrali. Pointers touch up. Corrali, he will get it. Lost an edge and now drags it to the side of the net. Throws it out in front. Comes right. Tanner Carty missed a wide open net to the near side. Then tried to throw a backhander in front of the net. Now off the back of the net. It goes far side. Corrali after it. 16 seconds to go in the period. Corrali feeds it to Carty. Corrali behind the net. Now Carty coming out high. Carty will keep possession of the puck. He just fights it off. Got it to Corrali. Feeds it far side. Carty coming right in front of the net. Diving effort to get it. Pass out of his reach. Corrali near side. 6 seconds to go, and that'll do it. 6/10 of a second to go, and second period will come to an end. I tell you what, Sean, give these Yellowjackets credit. They're not giving up.
No, they've
points swarming, and now Beauvais. Oh, I think he's waiting for Connor Reichman to come by. He and Colton Nelson with a little stare down here, but Sean Stevens Point will carry a 2-goal lead here to the third period.
Yeah, a 2-goal lead, 2 important goals here in another important goal here in the second period, Tommy, with Zecker getting his 6th of the season. But man, AJ Smith has been
very good.
Very good tonight, keeping his team in the game.
Is for sure, and he is just battling, that is for sure. 38 seconds to remain in a 4-on-4 when we begin period 3. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you a second period recap. Stevens Point leading Superior 2-0 after 2. This is Pointer Hockey on Sportsfan 100.5. All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon as our second intermission. What do they call this, Sean?
I don't, Tommy. I don't know what the official is, but
the inflatable deals that they put around people that are like the human bumper cars with looks like a frisbee that they're kicking around for a puck, and they are widely entertaining this sold-out crowd here at KB Willett Arena as the Pointers hold a 2-0 lead here after 2 periods. Stephen Quali is fourth of the year. Got the Pointers on the board at 14:32 of the first period after Stevens Point outshot the Yellowjackets 13-8 in period 1. Then, boy, I tell you what, you can't work a 2-on-1 much better than Luke McElhaney. Set up Zach Zeck for his 6th of the year at 10:32 of the second period. A 5-on-5 goal there. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. 13-4 were the shots on goal in that second period. So 28-12 are the shots so far here for Stevens Point. 26 saves for A.J. Smith. 12 saves tonight for Connor Reichman so far. Stevens Point has yet to have a Goose-on-Main power play. Stevens Point has killed off all 3 of the Yellowjackets attempt. And I tell you what, Sean, that penalty kill of the Pointers, dynamite. I don't know how many shots on goal during the power play, but I would say file that under not many.
Not many, and your kill off a 5-on-3, an extended 5-on-3, almost a full 2-minute 5-on-3, and then you had another power play chance. It just very good hard work by the Pointers on the penalty kill side to keep this thing going.
All right, our other scores here. River Falls has gotten on the board. They lead Stout by a score of 1-0. And that's the only other WIAC game here tonight. We've got some head scratchers tonight, Sean.
Yes.
We'll start in the MIAC. Bethel a 3-1 lead over St. Mary's, as that is after 2 periods. As they looked, the Royals try to split their series there. St. Thomas leading 1-0 over St. Olaf. In the MCHA, 3-1 is the Adrian win over Aurora this afternoon. St. Scholastico snaps a long losing streak. They beat Finlandia 4-2. And Sean, a disastrous weekend for Lake Forest. They came in trying to get in first place. Lost to Adrian last night 6-0. They get shut out by Trine this afternoon 3-0. MSOE after 2 leading Concordia of Wisconsin 3-2. And St. Norbert still with a 3-1 lead. And Lawrence and Marion midway through the first period with an 8 o'clock start there. They are scoreless. Pointer women's hockey team falls to Eau Claire this afternoon by a score of 9-1. Other scores from out east. 15th ranked University of New England beats 11th ranked Endicott 7-0. 14th ranked Wesleyan beats 7th ranked Williams 2-1. 2nd ranked Geneseo beats Canton 5-0. And Buffalo State upsets 3rd ranked Oswego 6-5. Here it's 2-0 Stevens Point after 2. We'll take a break, come back. Sean's Pointer Profile with the senior out of Champlin, Minnesota, TJ Rue. That's coming up when our second intermission continues on Sportsfan 100.5.
TJ Rue's Pointer Profile coming down in 3, 2, 1. TJ, I can't recall a time where I've done a Pointer profile with a guy that just 3 games ago. It's time to. All right, TJ Rue's Pointer profile coming down in 3, 2, 1. And welcome everybody back to our second intermission. Tonight's Pointer profile continues, and with 3 games to go, it's time to get to talk to the 3 remaining seniors that we haven't talked to this year. And tonight, first up, it's TJ Rue, the senior forward from Champlin, Minnesota. And TJ, I can't recall a time where I've done a Pointer profile with a guy that just came in as a senior. But welcome, and sort of talk about a little bit about how you got here and your thoughts so far here with 3 games to go in the regular season.
Well, I played 3 years at Bemidji and wanted to play my last year with my brother, and I thought that was very important. And I was talking to my brother about the school here, and he had nothing but good things to say. So I was just like, okay, I'll pull the trigger, and I came over here, and it's been smooth sailing so far.
I can't imagine coming, playing a D1, but then coming to a high-profile D3 school like this. But for it to be going as well as it has been for you, to be plugged in and right away at the beginning of the season and not miss a beat, it's a big feather in your cap.
Yeah, I mean, I liked playing with Carter, and I know as soon as I had the opportunity to play with him again, I knew we wouldn't miss a beat, and we played with each other all through high school, and we always know where each other are on the ice, and it's just a lot of fun.
Talk about a little bit about your career at Bemidji. Your father went there, won a couple national championships in the 80s. You played in the USHL as well. Ups and downs at Bemidji, or just was looking for the right fit?
Yeah, we had our ups and downs at Bemidji, but I was just looking for the right fit, and I think I found it here. And like I said, my dad played at Bemidji, and he liked it. And when I was there, I had ups and downs. There were a lot of ups, but there was a lot of downs. And coming here, there's a lot more ups than there were downs. So
life in the WCHA is about as just like life in the WIAC with rivals and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot more distance in the WCHA. You got to make a couple Alaska trips and go down to Alabama, but it's pretty good.
Differences between D3 and D1. I always like to ask the transfer that, because I think it's getting closer and closer. More years we do this, it's maybe the top couple lines can go, but the depth of D3 hockey continues to get better and better in the talent level too.
Yeah, the depth in the D3 hockey level is getting better, but it's a little bit faster, a little bit more skilled, and they're D1 for a reason. So, but other than that, no, it's getting closer.
Let's talk about UW Stout last night. Dunn County Ice Arena, not the easiest place to play, cold building, not a lot of atmosphere, but you guys figured out a way after a clunky first period to get a couple goals in the second and get a good 3-1 win.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just hoping that we could get that first one, and once we got that first one, we knew that we can pop a couple more in, and it's a tough place to play in, small rink. They're big, physical, they like to hit, and they're good at what they do in their rink, and we just have to take it one game at a time, and I think we've been doing a really good job of that this year so far, and we just got to keep doing that.
Let's talk a little bit about your time on the power play with your brother. Tom and I referenced this play that you guys make every time you're out there. You almost scored on it last night during your power play in the second period. Carter hit the post from a real sharp angle. But what are you guys trying to do on that play? Because it seems like nobody in the conference or in the league is catching on to this point.
Well, we're just going to keep that our little secret, so we're not going to say too much about that, but we have a nice play, and I know where he's on the ice, and he knows where I'm on the ice, and it just works.
Let's talk about your brother a little bit. He's really come in. He's part of this big sophomore class that's really stepped up and has propelled this hockey team to big things here this year. Growing up with him, you guys have a good rivalry, I'm assuming, on the ice and playing against each other.
Oh, absolutely. I I always yell at him and he always yells at me, and we just push each other, and it makes us better hockey players. The more we push each other, the better we be at, and he sees stuff that I don't see, and I see stuff that he doesn't see. We don't agree with each other all the time, and we fight, but at the end, like, we're a family, and our team's a family, and families fight, but we get it done in the end.
I can't think of spending a senior year better than playing on a number one team in the country and playing with your little brother and is having as much success as you guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. Our success comes from our freshman class all the way up to our senior class. If one class isn't going, the junior class or freshman, sophomore, or senior, all the other classes come together, and that's what makes us so great, and that's why we're such a close, tight-knit group here, and we all get along with each other even though we fight, but we're really, really close, and that's, I think, has a lot to do with our success on the ice.
The other thing I like to ask the incoming players is, what do you feel like about the Willet and the big student section? Obviously, we'll be back in town tonight, but I gotta feel like the Willet, when it's packed and loud, you've seen it a couple times, it's about as good as it gets in college hockey, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got your powerhouses in Division I like North Dakota and Duluth, and they pack it every single night, and those are fun atmospheres to play in, and it doesn't get any better than just having a packed house, and they do that really well here, and it makes us a team that everybody wants to come and play at this rink.
Plans for the future? Gonna play a little hockey after this is all done, or I saw that you're an academic All-American or All-Academic in the WCHA the couple years at Bemidji. How's school going, and what's the plans after hockey's on?
I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of I applied to some jobs up in Duluth, Cloquet area where my fiance's at, and I'm just hoping to maybe get a job there and be with her.
That's simple, good. Get hockey done and then move on to the next chapter.
Yep. We have a couple more games, unfinished business that we need to complete here, and then move on.
Finally, UW Superior comes into Willet tonight. Another key. I like to call all these conference game key games, but another big game for you guys. Keep this thing going, and with good hard work tonight, you put everything in the front window for you guys for the playoffs coming through Stevens Point. What's some keys? What do we need to look for you guys to be successful tonight?
We just need to play our game. When we play our game and we run 4 lines, we can wear teams down. That's been our key plan all season long, and when we do that, we're a really, really hard team to play against. And when you're a really hard team to play against in this league, a lot of success happens, and we just need to keep wearing teams down, and all 4 lines need to be going.
All right, well, thank you so much, TJ. Best of luck in the future for you with your fiance and the job hunt, and let's go make this run a little bit longer, right?
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, that was TJ Rue, the senior forward from Champlin, Minnesota. More Pointer Hockey coming up here on Sports Fan 100.5.
Back here at Wood Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Set for the final 20 minutes here, Sean. You name me a better atmosphere in Division III college hockey than this. This place is off the hook.
Yes, it is so great to have the students back.
Yeah.
The community support has been there all season for this program, and man, what a great atmosphere at Willet tonight.
1872, officially a sellout here tonight, and they were wound up through the intermission, the whole deal. So they are ready to go here. Our third period face-off brought to you by Miller Lite. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon from our Mark Toyota broadcast booth. Put your mark on the road, Mark Toyota. I-39 County B in the Village Park of Plover. Yellowjackets wheel it back through the zone. Watch out here. Troy York, almost walked right in front of the net. Shot fired. Pad save made by Reichman. Danny Corrali ahead. Will send it in for Tanner Carty. Carty knocked off the play, reaching for it. Zach back to Carty in the far corner. He'll send it out high to Drew McLean on his offside. Leaves it to Corrali near side. He'll fire a shot wide. Was trying to redirect with Zach and went wide. 3 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Shapir winding up a shot. McLean blocks that. It goes into the roof, and we're back at 5-on-5.
Yep, so we'll go back to 5-on-5. Good time for the Pointers to get back to work now. Keep this thing 5-on-5 for the remaining 19 minutes and 19 seconds of this hockey game. And try to wear this Yellow Jacket team down. They have played hard this evening, keeping that team in front of them. Trying to keep this game in front of them as much as possible.
Chad Lopez in to take the faceoff. Luke McElhaney wins it. Back to Stephen Beauvais, near side. Got it ahead to Kelly O'Brien. Ryan McKellar hustling to get to it, but first man there, Artur Turchia. Now turnover. Here's O'Brien, side of the net. He looks to center it. Nobody there. McKellar in to help out. Far side, it is McElhaney with it. Taken away. He's rocked off. Turchia with it. Sends it ahead. Back near side, Colton Bates. In the near side, they flip it deep. And Ryan Bittner with it now, and ahead it goes. Bittner chips it near side, held in. Yellow Jackets bouncing puck, didn't get through. Now Beauvais chips it. O'Brien far side. O'Brien out here with McKellar, dumped it to the point, nobody there. Yellow Jackets flip a pass ahead. Will Blake behind him. Austin Kelly rubs that out. Quali Otta waiting for it. And he will pull it back behind the net for Stevens Point. Duffin, Miller, and Austin Kelly out there now for the Pointers. Qualiata lead pass ahead. Miller in stride on the far side, back to the near side, but behind Alamin. Kelly feeds it back to Qualiata. Duffin gets a piece of it. In the zone on side, Brennan Miller and Sam Schultz race to the near corner. Schultz wins that battle, but then Duffin knocks a player off the puck, comes to Miller, feeds it far side. Qualiata right in front, shot in the goal! Stephen Qualiata feeds Austin Kelly in front of the net. As simple of a redirect as you get between the circles. 3-0 Stevens Point.
Nice job by the Pointer offense to get going. That line of Brendan Miller, Austin Kelly, and B.J. Duffin continues to be a difference. It'll be Austin Kelly's 7th of the year. Qualiata's 2nd point of the night. Give him an apple. The Pointers lead at 3-0.
Great patience by Stevens Point there. 18:02 to go here in the third. Rue got it ahead. Baxter Cantor will flip it in. Near side, Daniel Litchke. McLean spun around, but got it ahead to TJ Rue. Had his pocket pick. Yellow Jackets fire a shot, and Connor Reichman, another alert save. Sean Reichman's had a couple of saves here tonight that he has had to been Johnny on the spot here. Now Pointers get a little lazy with the puck on the breakout here. Alamin now battling for it. Danny Corrali. And near corner, TJ Rue bangs his way in there. Sean, you've been on a good run with Pointer profiles here, so maybe TJ Rue will light the lamp here.
That'd be great.
Here he comes ahead. Rue to center ice. Comes all the way through. Now poked away. Baxter Cantor gets it. He'll flip it deep. Troy Terry spinning at center ice, having a word for the referee. And far side, Bittner runs it free. Zek in there. Zek with a big hit, round to the near side. Now shot fired wide to the far corner. Zek after it. He'll flip it back in the far corner, but right to the stick of Martin Yell. Centering pass in front. Troy York, excuse me. Yellow Jackets would wish they had Troy Terry, right? Team USA, right? I don't know why I had that on the mind, but Beauvais zips it ahead just out of the reach of Zach. Yellow Jackets off the far wall, clear it back out. Canner Hamonic. Plays for Anaheim now, right?
Yes, he does.
Now Colin Raver on the far side. Carty hustling, now Raver with it. Thank you to the linesman for helping out on the far side. Zek will feather a pass to Tanner Carty. He'll flip it back, but a no-look pass right to David Kaplan. Wes Ashley out there for the Pointers. He'll through a couple of defenders, comes in. Raver bounces it. Zek will get it now. Zek rolling puck, sends it deep, rattles it around for Carty on the near side at the half wall. Sends it back. Qualiata around. And the Yellowjackets intercept, and Colton Bates with a head of steam out of there. Drags it into the near corner. They'll bang it free. Bates again wide open in front of the net. Backhanded shot and a goal. Out of the near corner, the Yellowjackets get it. It ends up on the stick of David Kaplan. And boy, Connor Reichman had a couple of danglings here, and will slide it through, and the Yellowjackets on the board. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and the Pointers' defensive group got caught in the near corner, Tommy.
That is exactly what happened last night.
Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right. That same type of goal. So the Yellowjackets get on the board here at the 4-minute mark of the third period, and it's 3-1, Stevens Point.
All right, so David Kaplan from Colton Bates is the official scoring. Now Pointers, quick turnover here. Here's McElhaney. Sends it deep. O'Brien in the near side. Near side, Yellowjackets trying to make things interesting. McLean now got walked through, and Will Blake back the other way. Blake will send it deep. They almost sprung Chad Lopez. Yellowjackets with a pushback here after the Pointers had a 3-goal lead, and it's 3-1, but Drew McLean will weave his way through. He'll send it deep. They'll green light him to chase after it. He'll leave it in the near corner, but right to the stick of Turchiev. Turchiev clears it out ahead on the left wing. Will Blake. Blake. McLean. Corrali shoves it around. Ryan McKellar up the near side. Shot fired wide again. Boy, McKellar giving a rough ride, but gets back to his feet. Shot. Redirected right in front of the net. And it is, I think it's Chad Lopez who redirected that one, and Reichman again with that's a grade A save there.
A big save in tight. Connor going down in the butterfly, Tommy, middle of his crease, was able to read that little redirection right at the last second, caught it right in his chest. Big save by Connor Reichman.
All right, face off, dumped behind the Stevens Point net. River Falls is opened a 3-1 lead over Stout in the third period. Far side, Ryan Bittner sends it toward the net, redirect, pinballing wide. Duffin gets to the rebound. Duffin now to Brennan Miller. Far corner out of his reach, and it is Troy McTavish. Chips it around and then goes up and out of play. We get a whistle, 14:44 to go here in the third. Pointer hockey brought to you by Cellcom. Clearly the best.
Puck will come back down in the offensive end here for the Pointers in an offensive zone face-off. Shots on goal again. Tommy, we said it was 4-3 in favor of Superior, maybe 2 or 3 minutes into the second period, and they didn't have a shot on goal after that. 15-4 were the shots on goal at the end of the second period to give the Pointers that 28-12 lead in shots at the end of 2.
Whistle and an icing call here against the Yellowjackets, Sean. They are trying to dial up that stretch pass out of the face-off every time.
Every time, trying to open things up. Be interesting to see what Rich McKenna does here, Tommy, as this game goes along. He's been happy just to line 3 guys up defensively and play defense. But as this game winds along, and just a 2-goal lead for the Pointers, to see if the Yellowjackets open things up, that should help the Pointers get some speed going in their transition game. Big.
All right, shot fired, and A.J. Smith off the face mask, near side. Duffin reaching for it. Bittner sends it deep again. Brennan Miller to the side of the net, intercepted. Near side, and Bittner with it ahead, and now Brennan Miller with it again. Pointers are offsides. Way offsides. Now he'll cycle it back. Now they'll whip it ahead. Austin Kelly. They're going to say icing call here, and apparently not. So no change for the Pointers here, and we'll get a defensive zone face-off here. 14:02 to go in the third.
That's a tough one, Tommy. You got to get to that red line. Mental mistake here by the Pointer defensive crew, and a defensive zone face-off, and you're in the middle of a change. I'm wondering who they're going to let. And they're going to say that Kelly and Brendan Miller got off, so B.J. Duffin, the lone member left on that play, as it'll be Carter Rue in to take the face-off.
Yellowjackets with it. Shot glove save made by Reichman. No rebound.
Through moving traffic, Troy York right on the doorstep for the Yellowjackets. And a good save with the glove by Connor. You get another stoppage in play. Now the Pointers can finish that change as Bittner and Duffin come out. Well, check that. Bittner's going to stay out here. Carter Rue again in to take the face-off.
Rue lost the face-off. The Yellowjackets fan on it. Now they chop a shot toward the side of the net. Maybe partially blocked. Bittner will cycle back. York coming in. They'll dump it to Beauvais on the near side. All right, Beauvais with it now. He'll set himself up. Rink wide to Bittner. Carves his way through. In on the right wing. Bittner coming. Dumps nicely. TJ Rue hammered off the play. Far side Bittner shoved from behind and loose in the near corner. Here is Rue coming in front of the net for Cantor. At a stick tied up. Boy, Troy York. Strong defensive play to break that one up. Now it's down loose. Cantor with it. Trying to flip it loose. Gets it to Carter Rue. Far side. It's Quali Otta. He'll hammer a shot. Redirected in front. Smith the save. They'll hang on. And now Cantor to the side of the net draws traffic again.
Another scrum in front. Last time we had this type of scrum, the referees took players and we had a 4-on-4. It's going to be at least a slashing call. Will the Pointers get their first power play of the night?
Well, we'll see.
And
I saw one slashing call here.
And that was the only thing I saw, unfortunately. The Pointer penalty box opens.
I think I saw Carter or Rue come back and say we're down.
And they're just going to take one guy here, Tommy.
Is it Baxter Cantor?
Yep, it's going to be Baxter for the second time. Okay.
Oh, Shauna, another average one for St. Norbert here tonight. They're up 3-1. They've just started the third period. 5-4. Green Knights lead Northwood.
Is there something going on with the Green Knight defense?
But hey, they were struggling to score goals for a while.
They were.
All right, so Yellowjackets to the power play, trailing by a pair. All right, to the point, Troy McTavish. Near side. Cantor off for slashing. Yellowjackets come, whipping a shot from the near side. That's blocked. Berzaitis with the shot there. Now they'll go behind the net. Will Blake. Blake into the near corner. Duffin draws traffic there. Another one-time shot redirected, pinballing in front. Austin Kelly will get it short-handed. He'll come back the other way. Austin Kelly with Turchiev in front of him. Kelly tried a shot now, just fights it off to the far corner. And the Yellowjackets dig it back. Kelly's got a hustle here. Now Colin Raver tried to force it free. Puck is loose. Beauvais thought about jumping the play. Instead lets the Yellowjackets send it in. Bittner will gain control of the puck. Bittner puts the brakes on behind the net. Beauvais in there to help him out. Yellowjackets dig it out to the point to McTavish. Cross ice to Turchiev. Now near
penalty
side.
Coming up on Austin Kelly
with a shot, hit a body.
Troy,
and they're going to take them both.
Yep, Troy York trying to sell the call, Tommy.
Austin Kelly, they're going to
say embellishment on Troy York, and watch Rich McKenna go now.
Yeah,
because it'll be another 5-on-3 opportunity for the Yellowjackets. It's going to be embellishment on Troy York.
Troy York coming off as well.
Oh boy, Tommy, here we go.
Yeah. So, they will take both of them. Now Troy York throwing his helmet.
That should be a 10.
And I think Brandon Schrader has just given him the, that's your last warning here. And so we'll stay 5-on-4 here. So,
well, I think,
and now,
well, I think.
So now they will come, and Troy York threw his helmet down, Sean, and you got to keep your helmet on. So embellishment against York, and now off the draw, Bittner tried to whack it out, couldn't. Still a 5-on-4 power play for the Yellowjackets. Now back to the near side, they'll come in, shot fired, Reichman with a save and hangs on. So high sticking to Austin Kelly and embellishment for Troy York. 12:20 to go here in the third. Yellowjackets remain on the man advantage. Out high they come. There's a shot deflected. Goes high to the near corner. Bittner after it. Yellowjackets come out behind the net. Feed it half hole on the far side to Mietinen. Mietinen coming off, firing a shot. Take that back. It is Andrew Durham with the shot near side. Luke McElhaney racing after it here, and the Yellowjackets bring it back in. McElhaney forces it around. They get around McElhaney. Lead pass up ahead. This is Durham on the left wing. Sends it deep. Corrali getting there for Stevens Point. Pokes it up on the near boards. Cut off by Martin Yell. Pointers get it. Send it to length of the ice again. A.J. Smith throws it ahead. Left wing. Durham. Sends it deep. McLean chips it off the glass. A Coach Upton special down the length of the ice.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, below us, this Pointer team is fired up. They're hunting for that next goal, and every time.
Now here's Carter Rue ahead, short-handed on the far side, back to full strength. Rue coming, tried to feed it to the near side. McLean holds it in, bouncing buck to Kelly O'Brien. Side of the net, Carty throws it back up the middle. Carter Rue with it, knocked off. Corrali will shove it deep to the far side. Now back, Yellowjackets intercept. Will Blake had it, got it to Levi Cudmore, and down the length of the ice it goes. Yellowjackets shot redirected into the near corner. Carter Rue will get it. Rue lead pass to Carty, springs Kelly O'Brien, 2-on-1 with Carty. O'Brien waiting, back to Carty, coming shot, just missed. I think A.J. Smith might have got a piece of it with the glove. McLean near side, he got out muscled here by Jordan Martin. Quick back to his feet, far side, Zach throws it in front, and a head-hunting centering pass. The Pointers tried to pluck out of midair, but no dice. 3-1 Stevens Point. 10.5 to go here in the third. Carty races in. Little toe drag there. Gets free for a shot. Deflected wide. Carty stuffs it back near side. It's Martin Yell. Back the other way up the middle. Alamin takes him down in a good defensive play near corner. Qualiata into cover. Qualiata. Well, he's penned up there with Troy McTavish in the near corner in the Stevens Point defensive zone. Yellowjackets finally will drag this one out. Litchke fires a shot. That's blocked. But it goes back behind the net. Qualiata pens up there. And a defender down here and slow to get back to his feet. Now it's Carty reaching for it. Couldn't come away with it. Boy, next goal is huge here, Sean. 3-1 Stevens Point. 9:50 to go. Here's Superior with it. Litchke sends it in. Qualiata will get it. Qualiata leaves it. Duffin. Qualiata got taken out, and then Duffin gets freight trained here on the near side, and now the Pointers clip it around, but not out. Held in by Berzaitis. He'll fire a shot wide. Duffin will get it. Backhand, trying to get it out. Zek tried to poke it ahead. Yellowjackets, nice job to hold the zone here by Litchke. Comes in, tried to feed it in front for Martin Yell, but goes wide to the far corner. Zek with it now, and it'll come loose. Carty will get it. He's going to flip it up into the rafters, and he tried to get it up high enough.
Tried to get it up high enough, Tommy, where he wanted to just clear it without icing the puck and hit the rafters. So they'll change. They will get the change here. So new players come out for the Pointers as B.J. Duffin will come out. Baxter Canner is going to work this line with Brendan Miller, Tommy, and Austin Kelly as he's out of the box as well.
Well, somebody might have reversed the last two numbers. Oh, shot. Blocker save made by Reichman. Thought I won the TV there, Sean.
You did?
Had the last two numbers reversed. That's okay. Baxter Canner into the zone outside. Brennan Miller walks through a defender. Backhanded shot fought off by Smith. Near corner. Miller. Now to Austin Kelly. Out high. Beauvais out of his reach. And it'll come down. Reichman will put it. Reichman now to Beauvais on the near side. Tell you what, A.J. Smith has been, as we've seen him in the past, he's a battle. Beauvais into the neutral zone. Nobody's going to pick him up. He'll try to go coast to coast. Rips a shot. Net roofed up into the netting and out of play. 8:42 to go in the third. So, face-off back in the Stevens Point end to the right side of A.J. Smith. Luke McElhaney will take the face-off here for Stevens Point. Now shot by McLean in front, redirected up into the netting.
It looks like it's going to be a Yellow Jacket player that deflected that up into the netting. It looked like it was Colin Raver looking for the deflection there, right in between the hash marks. But a Yellow Jacket stick got in the way before that.
All right, face-off, controlled by the Pointers, flipped to the near side, Yellowjackets. Oh, Raver not only stole the puck, but held it in on side. Raver comes in near corner, centering pass through, hit a stick, bouncing around, comes right back to Raver. He'll get free, turns, fires a shot, hit a body in front again. Another stick lift, this time by McElhaney. Raver sends it deep again. Ryan McKellar after it behind the net. Near corner, 8:15 to go, and again, and the Pointers really swarming. Here's McElhaney, centers it through a stick, got it. Corrali reaching for it. Watch out here, 2-on-1, back the other way. Jordan Martin has a man toward the front of the net, coming in, shot. Connor Reichman with a save,
Tommy,
and no rebound.
Give full marks to Ryan McKellar coming back on the play. He got on his horse back in the offensive zone, went right down the middle of the ice and took away the 2-on-1 right at the last second. Great back check by Ryan McKellar and made that save pretty routine for Connor Reichman. No rebound whatsoever and a defensive zone faceoff.
Face-off to the right side of Reichman. Alamin reverses. He's going to go behind the net. Alamin, now he'll just walk right through, firing a shot. A.J. Smith with a pad save and corrals the rebound with a glove.
Yeah, sneaky little shot there, Tommy, by Chris Alamin as he picks up the puck. No one will pick him up. He'll go coast to coast. Good little shot low. Good glove save by A.J. Smith.
7:49 to go in the third. 3-1 Stevens Point. Pointer Hockey brought to you by Point After Pub and Grill, your pregame or postgame destination. Great food and shrink specials every day. 801 2nd Street, Stevens Point. Yellowjackets rattle it around. Alamin cuts it off. He'll a head-hunting shot. And I think the Yellowjackets got a stick on this, right? Mm-hmm. Deflected up into the netting. Should get a face-off still in the zone. All right, so face-off to the left side now of A.J. Smith. Whipped around again. Wes Ashley cuts it off for the Pointers. Duffin in to help him out. TJ Rue out there as well with Carter Rue. All right, and it's TJ Rue goes behind the net now. He'll look to center it around for Carter Rue. Alamin hustling, and they got Troy York on a breakaway, but he couldn't handle the pass. Ashley now cuts him off and will hammer him into the far corner. Puck into the near side. Alamin on one knee, chips it free to Rue. Ahead to Ashley. They turn it over again. Oh, Troy York. Now shot block here by Carter Rue. And tipped. No icing call. Wow. Down the length of the ice. Under 7 minutes to go in the third. Shots 35-20 in favor of the Pointers. Stephen Beauvais behind the Stevens Point net will set up the break. He'll cut. Near side. He's going to come right through center ice. Cuts to the left wing. Into the near corner. He'll go all the way, shoves it right in front of the net. Tanner Carty got there, but just a step late. Carty fights off a stick check. Zach back to Carty in the near corner. Carty coming, looks to set it up. One-time shot. Beauvais hammers a shot. A.J. Smith with a post-to-post save.
Oh, good shot by Stephen Beauvais on the one-timers. The puck comes right to his stick, and he labeled that one right along the ice. Just a real good save by A.J. Smith going from near side post to far side post. And giving up no rebound. Offensive zone face-off here for the Pointers with Zach taking it.
All right, Carty trying to hop to it in the far corner, but out of his reach. Ryan Bittner will do the job now. Carty near corner to Zach. Ooh, Zach took a hammer on the hand. And now we'll go to the side of the net. Now Kelly O'Brien with it again, out high. Now Carty sends it back near side for Bittner. Bittner will recycle. Bittner looking, 6 minutes ago, a shot, and I think reaching out, getting a piece of it, the blocker with Smith, and it went into the netting. 6:02 to go in the third.
This is how good the Yellowjackets have been here in the third period, Tommy. Shots tied at 8-8.
Zach is he got hammered.
He got slashed real good on the hand. He comes off, looks okay. Pointers trying to increase this lead to a 3-goal lead and put this thing away.
See if you can scurry up an update on that River Falls Stout game there, if you would, sir. Near corner, Sam Schultz feeds it ahead. Danny Corrali. Cross ice to McLean ahead. Miller will bring it in. Brennan Miller drags it. Shot block there by the Yellowjackets. We've got a ton of shot blocks here tonight, too, on both sides. Now they overskate the puck. They'll feed it ahead. A breakaway back the other way. And what do we have? Whistling and offsides? Yep. Through the neutral zone, Sean. A lead pass ahead was offsides.
Yes.
River Falls, 5-1 here?
They've opened up an offensive explosion for the Falcons. Over Stout. And the Blue Devils' struggles in the WIAC continues. That'll jumble up the race.
Now off the head of Austin Kelly, and sure what we get here is a whistle. 5:37 to go here in the third. Stevens Point with a 3-1 lead. A goal in each period here. Stephen Quali in the first, Zach in the second, Austin Kelly in the third. Face off to the left side of Connor Reichman. And Austin Kelly will take the face off. Corrali. Ooh, set play, rattling it around. Just out of the reach of Brennan Miller.
Icing call, Tommy. They've been trying to work that play all night and just been a tick off most of the evening as Brendan Miller almost tipped it enough to get it onside at the red line. But the face-off will come back down in the Stevens Point defensive end.
5.5 to go here in the third. Stevens Point with a 3-1 lead. I think every game we've done here has been 3-1, it seems like. That's okay. As long as you're on the right side.
Yeah.
Right? McLean feeds it. 8 up Danny Corrali, who, boy, I tell you what, the Yellowjackets are bringing 2 forecheckers in, and the Pointers busted out. Here's Austin Kelly, saucer pass through the middle to Brennan Miller out of his reach. Near corner, they bump it off. Kelly dislodging the puck, and it goes up into the penalty, into the scorer's table. Everybody on. Sure hands Wally Leppin on the scoreboard.
He's all over that.
Protecting all down there, whatever it might be. Pointer Hockey brought to you by Auto Select. With 11 locations to serve you for all your auto repair and service needs. You're good to go with Auto Select. Find out more at autoselectonline.com. 5:10 to go in the third. All right, Quali Otta shoots a shot that snuck through under the shoulder of a defender and hit off the outside of the net on the near side. Now right in front, tried to get it to Raver. Now they'll jam it, McElhaney. Now they'll come with a shot fired that hit the post on the far side by McKellar. Near side, Raver. Now McElhaney with it. McElhaney, boy, they got Alamin pinching in, tried to get it to him, and now McKellar will cut it off. Got it back to Colin Raver, sends it deep. Behind the net, McElhaney will get there first, and the defender chipped it away from him. Yellowjackets back the other way. Raver intercepts again and keeps it in the Pointer offensive zone. Off of McElhaney, comes out to Quali Otta at center ice. Red line on the far side now. He'll wait. Let everybody set up. Now hammers it in. And Raver after it at the half wall on the near side. Aliment holds it in. Aliment coming around. Gets around 2 defenders. Tried to little jump move to get back to the middle, but got separated from the puck. But got it right to Colin Raver. Raver goes behind the net. Feeds it to Carter Rue. Carter Rue picked up by a defender. Near corner it goes. Aliment off on a change. And it's Stephen Beauvais hustling out there. Yellowjackets come. Shot through the skates of Ryan Bittner. Beauvais back there to get it. Here's Stephen Beauvais. In traffic ahead, B.J. Duffin in the left wing drags it in. Rolling puck, fires a shot. And we've seen Duff do that a couple of times in the near boards. Just got it out net. Smith with another save.
And he does such a good job, Tommy, is following up his shot. Some players just take the shot and then skate away from it. Nice job by B.J. to follow the shot up, look for any loose change in front. A.J. Smith with a good save.
Face off to the right side of A.J. Smith. 3:51 to go here. 2-goal lead for the Pointers. The Yellowjackets hammer it around.
Icing.
And nope, Beauvais and a collision on the far side. So they'll say no icing. And boy, good job by Bittner to force it wide to the far corner. Ryan Bittner now feeds it to Beauvais. Near wall to Duffin. Duffin rink wide out of the reach of Bittner, but then he gathers it back in and pushes it ahead with one hand. And then a thundering check in the far corner. Yellowjackets dig it out. Danny Corrali's got to hustle back here on the near side. He'll cycle back with it. And he will feed it ahead off of TJ Rue in the zone. Carter Rue will get to it on the near side. He runs into a defender. Kelly O'Brien in to help out. Yellowjackets chip it. McLean pinches in here near side. Now they throw it right in front of the net on the forecheck again coming. This may be an odd man rush. Pointers changing. Zach a good job to cover here with a defender stuck. Corrali near corner. Got it to Zach. Zach, who's got a goal here tonight, left wing coming in. He'll send it deep onside. O'Brien, shoulder to shoulder with Hamannik. Into the near corner, Zach reaching for it. Forces a turnover. Here's Carty coming. Carty the shot to goal. Tanner Carty scores again. I tell you what, Sean, he found himself open and just went to the open space and blistered it past A.J. Smith. Tanner Carty with his third goal of the weekend.
And nice job by Tanner to use the Yellow Jacket defenseman as a screen and then shot it across grain as he was going far side. He shot it near side and beat Smith stick side and high. And the Pointers have that 3-goal lead back at 4-1.
All right, Austin Kelly out there with Baxter Canner and Brennan Miller. Lead pass ahead. Pointers canter. Alamin in to try to get it. Yellowjackets shove it ahead. Wes Ashley leaves it near corner. And a long outlet pass ahead off of Brennan Miller. This will scoot just wide of A.J. Smith. And we'll get a whistle with 2:22 to go here in the third.
So it'll be Carty, his 7th of the year, assisted by Austin Kelly and Kelly O'Brien at 17-16 to give that Pointer lead back to 3 at 4-1.
All right, face-off back to the right side of Connor Reichman. He has answered the bell here tonight, wouldn't you say, my friend?
Absolutely, Tommy. Same. Just very calm, made some real good saves in that first period.
Near side pass ahead out of the reach of Baxter Canner. And it's Alamin ahead. Austin Kelly in a collision here as Ashley now feeds it far side to Alamin. He'll fight his way to the red line, pulled the shoot. Troy McTavish hammered himself into the far boards. McElhaney, almost dragged it through. McElhaney knocked down, and it's Colton Bates with it. He'll send it back. They'll get it deep. Well, mission is to get the heck out of here.
Yep.
Minute 50 to go, right? Far side, McElhaney. He'll jump it, gets around. McElhaney looks to center for Raver. Instead comes behind the net, got cut off. Now throws it, far corner. Colin Raver with it. Raver. Wait, no quitting him as he reverses back. Now here's McKellar in there as well. McKellar runs through a check there as Sam Schultz hit him hard. Raver pokes it free again. Yellowjackets dig it out, but it comes to Bittner. He'll send it back in deep. Pointers are offsides here with a minute 20 to go in the third. Colin Raver near side. TJ Rue, Carter Rue battling for it on the near side. Center ice, here's Carter Rue just out of his reach. Now Yellowjackets fan on it, and they'll feed it. And a pass to the far side. Chipped it there, goes deep far corner. A minute remaining here in the third. Stevens Point's going to get win number 21 on the season. With 2 to go, here's TJ Rue, feeds it far side. Berzaitis back the other way, shot in, gloved up by Reichman, who will glove it down. Ryan Bittner almost boarded himself. Carter Rue through a stick check. He'll come through center ice. Duffin on his left. And a late whistle and an offside. 35.6 seconds to go.
Just a little tick offside, Tommy. So Pointers are going to get their 21st win of the season.
21-0-2.
Oh,
more importantly, 6-0-0 in the WIAC. And we'll have that 3-point lead, which I believe was just how it went last year,
yes,
right?
It was.
Into the final weekend.
Yeah.
Stout here Friday night at Eau Claire on Saturday. Both nights, 6:30 here on Sportsfan 100.5. McLean to Corrali. He will hammer a riser in off the glove of A.J. Smith. Final 30 seconds. They try to fly a pass ahead to Will Blake. He'll delay a little bit. Poked free. McLean will get it and get it to Brennan Miller. Miller ahead. Here's Baxter Canner on far side. Cantor goes awkwardly down to
watch
the
out
boards.
here,
He's
Tommy.
back in the
Brendan Miller and Austin Kelly.
Now watch out here. Austin Kelly.
Did not like that hit.
And we will get here. 9 seconds remaining, and this is the last thing you need.
Oh, that's a terrible.
Just get out of here. I'll tell you, I give Millsy credit for coming in to stick up for Baxter Canner, and now, oh boy, Brandon Schrader, did one of the officials just, one of the Yellow Jacket players just made contact with one of the Schraders.
Yep.
And that's Will Blake. So we will see what happens here.
That was a terrible hit, Tommy, that Canner took. And that was on Blake, and now the talking starts.
Yeah. Now
Baxter's going to come right to the box. Baxter, just get off the ice, buddy.
Get him out of here.
There's bigger fish to fry there, 1-9.
Taunting. I don't know, you call it taunting there, man.
The Yellow Jacket players, you could see them sitting outside, one leg on the bench, one leg out.
Here's the big question, Sean. I don't know. And so, going off here, Daniel Litchke will go, and I think 9 seconds remaining. Just get a bunch of minor penalties and get everybody out of here.
Hey, there's nothing good can come to the rest of this game, Tommy.
Went low on the hit on Cantor, and
I understand where Kelly and Miller are coming in to protect their teammate, but goodness.
So we will see. All right, looks to be about 4 minutes to go up in Ashland, still 5-4 St. Norbert. So we'll get the discussions here, and we'll see what we go, but 9 seconds remaining. And let's see what faceoff's going to be. Outside the zone in the far dot, I think, right? All right, we'll quick update some other scores here. St. Thomas still leading St. Olaf 2-0. Marion leading Lawrence 2-0. MSOE over Concordia, Wisconsin 4-3. And the Pointers have taken a timeout here. And I think this is a cool your jets, fellas, exchange. We will see.
Let's go, brothers!
So, yeah, looks like some minors, maybe a couple of 10-minute misconducts, but
These two are keys well.
Yep.
Cross-check, and then they got hit afterwards.
So some double minors, no.
And then Baxter and their guy have 2 and 10.
Yeah. So nothing that's going to cause any lineup issues. No. Now, why are they bringing the face-off back in the point end? So 9 seconds remaining here, and technically the Yellowjackets are going to get a power play here. So win a face-off and get the heck out of here. Now Pointer's got too many men on the ice, so Corrali will come off. And Pointers win the draw, feed it. And Duffin off the near side, able to clear it out, and that should do it. Now Duffin takes a stick up high, and it'll be all right. Nonetheless, Sean, the unbeaten streak and the winning streak rolls on.
Yep. And you're going to have an all-important 3-point lead going into the final weekend of regular season play in the WIAC.
All right, Stevens Point. Runs its winning streak here to 15 games and remains unbeaten on the season at 21-0-2. And we'll be back here next Friday night in the regular season finale for senior night, as the Pointers will host UW Stout.
Yep, senior night, and then
clinch first place.
You have a chance to clinch first place against the Blue Devils.
Absolutely. All right, we'll grab a break when we come back. Pointer coach Tyler Krieger will join us. We'll give you a wrap-up, final scores as well. Stevens Point beats Superior 4-1. Come back with our post-game show. This is Pointer Hockey on Sports Fan 100.5.